Gather round, we got no gods to please. Saturday night, no sermons, just ease. Discussions flow like midnight breeze. No prophets here, just minds to tease. We talk big bangs and evolution. Question faith with our solution. Stars align in our confusion. Breaking free from old illusion. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Fun and laugh at myth believers. Here we're all truth seekers. Open hearts and swift deceivers. Make your stand, no hidden levers. Raise your glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn, feel velvet chill. Saturday night, we've got the skill. Echoes of a godless choir. Like the world, we spark the fire. Free our mindset to inspire. No holy walls to take us higher. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Fun and laugh at myth believers. Here we're all truth seekers.
Indeed, we are. And it's Saturday night. Hello, everybody.
Woohoo! Hello, hello.
I don't want to hit that button. I don't know why I'm hitting that button. Don't hit that button, Dave. I almost hit the end stream button. I don't know what I'm thinking.
No.
Underneath that one. Underneath that one.
That would be quite short. That would make it quite a
Block
short
me?
stream.
What the hell?
Everything's working. Everything's on. Okay. Hello, everybody.
I posted something and didn't
Real
show
quick,
up.
Mike, that link you put out there that says everybody should watch this video on intelligent design leads right back to SNATA. So I
Are
don't
we
know
here?
but so what?
Let's see.
Oh no, I can't hear anything.
Mike can't hear me.
Mike's channel
we
is
can hear.
on. Mike's channel is on. I don't know what you did, Mike. Can you hear us?
Mike, if you can hear us, say hello.
I think Mike switched to his headphones.
Well.
Oh,
Good.
Mikey.
He'll figure it out.
And if not, we have some peace and quiet.
Such
Yeah.
professionalism. We spend the first 10 minutes talking about our equipment.
I hope everybody's equipment is working but Mike's. Well, that's okay. For real quick then, I was going to look this up anyway, so we'll look up the video we're going to take a look at tonight and see what the description says, because I didn't get a chance to do that, and I've got a chance now while Mike is checking his settings. We'll go to watch later. And we'll pull this video up. I just came across this. Usually I like to look at the smaller channels, but the thing that's curious about this channel is it's called Truth and Liberty. It has 22,000 subscribers, but only has 124 views. So I question the subscriber count as people that don't really watch, or maybe people that just subscribed on a special or something and got the numbers up there, because only 100, I do better than 100 views. And
or they paid for it.
Yeah, or they paid for it, right?
These guys are Christian nationalist scumbags, I think, right? Yep.
Yep. This is called Is Darwin the Science of Creation with Dr. Bill West. Is Darwinism collapsing under scientific scrutiny? Dr. Bill West joins Richard Harris to expose the flaws of evolution and reveal the evidence. I like this. Reveal the evidence for intelligent design. Discover how to defend your faith and equip the next generation with truth. All righty.
There's proof?
I guess.
Did we finally find the one video with actual proof?
Maybe. Let's see.
Sorry.
Let's check the description out here and see what it has to say.
I'm going to try chatting again.
I can hear you, Mike.
Yeah. I tried sending a chat before and it didn't go through from StreamYard. Huh.
Well, according to the description, Truth and Liberty is a 501(c) nonprofit based in Woodland Park, Colorado, established by Andrew Womack, I guess is Womack, and other Christian leaders. We seek to educate, unify, and mobilize believers in Jesus Christ to effect the reformation of nations through the seven mountains of, the seven mountains. Oh boy.
Mountain not bad.
Oh no, there's 7 mountains, folks.
Yeah. There's 7
goody.
mountains, people.
Oh, goody. I couldn't have picked a better one. We see a church.
Well, sounds like a good pick for No King's Day.
Yeah, I've been I don't know if they're dropping me off a bunch of drugs, and I've been tired lately, and I've been lazy, and the doctor's saying I can start doing things, and I was just telling the guys it's really hard to do stuff when you haven't been doing nothing for a month because you ain't got no strength. I tried to toss the tape measure up to my son. I couldn't get it up on the roof. I really felt embarrassed that I had to use the ladder to throw a tape measure up on the roof. But good news is that I'm pretty much sober. So it's nice for a change, not being high as a kite. The doctors are bringing me off all the drugs, and the only drugs that I'm going to be on is for anything that might upset my stomach with giving me chemo. According to Mike, he looked up the drugs they're going to give me, and he says they're all tumor inhibitors and tumor zappers, or they one way or another, they have something to do with tumors. So they're filling my bloodstream with these 3 chemo drugs to go after any tumors that might be left hanging around my body. Remember, or if you don't know, they removed one from my head. So that was the main one they were worried about. However, once you have them, you always have them, I guess. So they want to chase it with chemo drugs.
Yeah, the 3 drugs are prophets. They go into your cells and they kneel down and they pray.
Okay.
And then they intelligently undesign your DNA. And and it gets more technical from there, so I won't bore everybody. But
okay.
Yeah, so basically it's thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers and prophecies too. Prophesied. They prophesy.
They're going to give me a shot every 3 weeks of these drugs. And then every 3 months, I'm going in for an MRI. And it's basically, it's see if the drugs work. You know, it's one of those things where they work or they don't, or they half work, or, you know, it depends what the MRI comes back on how well the drugs are working. However, as of right now, it is nice to be kind of sober. The few meds that I'm still on have been taken way down. So it's kind of nice being Dave again. I get to enjoy myself for a little while at least. End of the month, I'm going to start my first round of chemo, and I'll let everybody know how it goes from there. Some people say they have no problems. Some people say they have upset stomach, you know, the usual chemo things, blah, blah, blah. Some people do their thing and they go on about their day, just like go to work or whatever, and just doesn't seem to bother them. It affects everybody different. It affects, well, it depends what they're giving you. Mike, as Mike already told me, he looked up the drugs that they're going to give me. And he says they all seem to be tumor drugs. So anybody that knows, back circle, full circle, this whole thing started with, I was feeling weird because there was a tumor in my head. But that has been removed. And with a fingers crossed, all hail Bigfoot, a little luck, a lot of knowledge in the science, a lot of credit due to the people in chemo and everything else that do these kind of things, that they will target the right cells and they'll keep this under control. And we'll have more Saturday Night at the Atheists to come, where I can annoy people with my voice. And if not, well, you know, then we'll give a hand to the Reaper, who eventually is going to win anyways. So, so as far as the Seven Mountains guys goes, yeah, Seven Mountain guys. All right, this will be good. I didn't realize there were Seven Mountains guys. Of course, they believe the Bible is the truth. And let's see. And their goal is to educate our audience and connect them with resources and organize across nation. I don't think they read that. To help them impact their own spheres of influence. So, okay, everybody do their thing where you're at. Be a Seven Mountain guy. That's their description. Okay, go ahead, Mike. What'd you have to say?
Oh, they want to tell you how you can brainwash your children too, or how you can avoid having them learn anything about science. I think so. They're very much a Christian nationalist group, and they were kind of disturbing. They're not like the other nice little crazy toast preachers that we usually cover. These guys are truly bastards.
Terrorists.
They're not acting in good faith, you're trying to say?
Feces, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's the way it looks.
If I
Yeah.
make a statement, you have to spend at least 5 or 10 minutes looking up how they're lying about it. It's that bad.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
In order to
evil.
in order to take over, you first have to get everybody doubting and denying mainstream science, mainstream culture, information, and that's kind of how they're undermining. And that's actually what's behind this whole creationist ID bullshit to begin with, is they want to cultify you, basically want to put you in this cult. And it really is that simple, even though they dress it up in every which way. They make it look like a religious belief, but it's I doubt it's about that. It's about power.
Yeah,
And they're making some gains in the United States in the last year. So,
well, we're gonna shoot them down. We'll take no prisoners here. No quarter. Seven Mountains was enough for me. So we can push some buttons, right? Fair enough.
Can we explain what Seven Mountains is? Because I really don't know. I'm not that familiar with the term.
Go ahead,
okay.
Mike.
There was a doctrine that they came up with, I think, in the early 2000s, and it had 7 mountains. And I'm looking them up. The 7 mountains are the things that they have to conquer, that they have to take over, and in our lives, basically. Let's see, what are the 7 mountains see if I can pull it up. But it's basically education, art. Let's see, that modern evangelical Christian concept. And I'm trying to find the 7 mountains list. Okay, family, religion, education, economy and commerce, government, military, arts and entertainment, and media. That's what they want to take over, basically. I mean, if that doesn't sound like an authoritarian dictatorship, I don't know what does. I don't know.
They literally they raise their hand to this things on the screen or whatever, and they swear to it and everything. So they are seriously, as Mike said, way serious about any of the things they say.
Yeah.
So take them. It's not to be taken lightly or anything like that. They are dead serious about everything they say.
These are some of the most dangerous Christians out there.
And
Yeah.
Mike.
Yep.
Mike Pillow hangs out with the 7 Mountains people and raises his hand and swears, and they swear over and above the Constitution to their religious beliefs. So they
don't
very
care
extreme.
about America. They only
No.
think their belief.
Looks like Skeptic Philosophy has a Wikipedia link for it if you guys want to check that out. And while we're at it, let's say hi to everybody. Let's say hey to Let's Farm. Hello, Let's Farm, with the ghost emojis. Mr. Mark Reed from Down Under. Good to see you, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
We have Katie Dobson. Hello, Katie. We have a Tilting Windmill, as always. Tilting Windmill.
Guilty.
Our loyal supporter. Good to see you, Tilting Windmill. And we have Kelly King, the Detroit Atheist Queen. Hello, Kelly. Nice to see you. Tomorrow or Monday maybe, is your big show, something like that. Feel free to drop well, you don't have a wrench, do you? We'll have to take care of that. Hold on a second. Kelly, I'm giving you a wrench. Put your link in the chat for, I believe it's coming up soon. Monday maybe is your show. Feel free to post a link. There you go with a wrench. You have a wrench now. Hello, Mighty Filbert. Good to see you. I was on the Mighty Filbert's channel. Make sure you check out the Mighty Filbert, and did a great interview with yours truly. So check that out, the Mighty Filbert. Let's see. Let's Farm says, I have a PET scan next Friday on my lung. I've had a PET scan. Yeah. Welcome to the club. I hope it goes well for you. Big Bad Mama, good to see you. Jasper, hello. Skeptic, hello. Demon Orb, hello. Good to see you. Jasper, good to see you. Jasper has been. Oh, we gotta jump over the other screen. It says Jasper has been a member on the channel for 6 months. Way to go, Jasper! And you know what that means.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on to the skies, to the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
Yeah, I do have some cherry barks, very good, and I have some cherry 7-Up as well as some regular 7-Up. I've also been putting away some pineapple juice. It's supposed to clean you out. And I also have some watermelon. It's very good, but you know what? Watermelon expensive drinks, man. But yeah, I've been trying to enjoy many a drink, and the cherry ones seem to go down very well. And I'm scrolling backwards here. It looks like I'm back to the end. We got Ryan here joining us. Hello, Ryan. Good to see you. And I hope I got everybody. All right, we're back to the beginning. Hello, everyone that I missed. Hello, let's see, there's Chris, there's Jedi. Good to see you. Hello, folks stopping by. Got lots of emojis in the chat, too. The Rabbit Atheist. Hello, Ed. Good to see you. Hail Bigfoot and Fangs. That's right. We do acknowledge Fangs over here. We have a lot of fun with Fangs, and as much fun as we have with Toast and Bigfoot. So everybody's welcome over here at Saturday Night the Atheists. Okay. Let's get everything caught up. And get it over here. Bring this back to the beginning. The only thing Mike and I were talking about before was StreamYard's added a lot of cool tools lately. Appreciate it, StreamYard. I wish you would sync the chats up, though. That's one thing that we would really appreciate. But not complaining. Not complaining, because if I complain, then you won't fix it, right? So.
Yeah, I saw they added a teleprompter.
Yes.
Oh.
They've been adding some things. They added some type of a new chat thing too. And Jasper.
Hey, Jasper
is also dropping a gift membership.
That's awesome.
And gift membership went to who else? It went to Godless Granny. So thank you, Jasper. And that's a good hit with Godless Granny. And I gotta go back over to my other channel. Okay, we're gonna switch over here. Jasper gifted 1 captive desk membership to Godless Granny, and that means, well, you know what it means.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on till the skies, till the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
And we also have Stop the Stupidity dropping through as well with
Hey, stop.
5 captive desk memberships. Stop the Stupidity.
Oh.
You rock. And we just played the old one. So why don't we play the new one for Stop the Stupidity?
Yeah, have them just rewind a little bit.
Bigfoot says you rock. Bigfoot says you fight. Bigfoot says you burn the night. Bigfoot says you rock. Bigfoot says you rock. Bigfoot says you fight. Bigfoot says you burn the night. Bigfoot says you rock.
And I have a new video that one was done when I was high as a kite, and I noticed there's a couple boo-boos in it. I'm gonna fix that one for a new video coming out. I already have them downloaded, and until then, though, what the Beck, Jasper, Mark Reed, Sydney Raptor, and Austin Sims received gift memberships from Stop the Stupidity. Thank you very much, Stop the Stupidity. You rock. And speaking of, let's see. Speaking of rocks, we are covering the Seven Mountains guys tonight. Hello, Deacon Birdman. How you doing? Good to see you. And I want to thank Joe for sending folks over. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it very much. I was unaware that these were Seven Mountains folks, but as Mike described, and for those that don't know, Seven Mountains folks are way out there with they're basically serious creationists. They get along with the creationists and anybody else that is way over on that right end. I guess you could say the right edge of the view of the biblical creation and the creation stories and everything. So, that's what we do. So let's. This guy's going to do a little intro, and we may skip through it. I don't remember how long it is, but then he brings a guest on, and this guest is supposed to be his brain power, and I really question the brain power of the guest, but that's for the audience to decide, as we do here on Saturday Night the Atheist. So, without going any much further, and giving anything else away, let's see what they have to say.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Truth and Liberty Show. In the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter...
The Truth and Liberty Show, I just, right off the bat, when you have to tell everybody you're telling them the truth,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm here to tell you the truth, unlike all the other channels that don't tell you anything true, right?
Don't trust YouTube channels that contain the word truth.
Yeah.
Second Thessalonians.
Thessalonians, yeah.
Second Thessalonians. What the fuck is that? Okay. I don't know about the Bible. Let me look that up.
He's gonna tell you. I think he's gonna tell it to you anyways.
Chapter 2 in the Bible, it says, with respect to the coming of the Antichrist, that God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie.
Nah.
Why is God sending us lies?
I don't know. To the Church of Thessalonians.
Why is he fooling people? I mean, it doesn't come off as a good start to this God story, right? That he sends you delusions and he tries to trick you and fool you and deceive you. And why? Why? Is he bored? I mean, okay.
I don't know about this Thessalonians. For which you are suffering? Okay. You will be counted worthy of the kingdom of God for which you are suffering? Is that why I'm suffering?
I guess that's why you're suffering, Mike.
I guess that's suffering. Okay. God is just.
You asked for it.
Yeah,
Most people
that's one of the most toxic things that religion brings. Oh, it's all God's plan, so we don't have to fix it.
Right. He will pay back trouble to those who trouble you. Ooh, payback. Nice. Good.
Wait, what happened to turn the other cheek?
Well, not in
some
Thessalonians. Thessalonians is a little darker. And give relief to you who are troubled, and to us as well. Who are you? Okay, what the fuck? Okay, go ahead.
Well, think about it this way, but I believe that the doctrine of Darwinian evolution is the lie that the Bible is referring to.
Oh.
Fucking
Okay.
fuck.
When was
Fuck.
when was the Bible wrote?
When
did they write that?
What? When was the Bible what? When was the Bible wrote?
When was it wrote? Was it wrote after Darwin did it? No. Okay. When was it wrote?
Like, come on, their stupid is rubbing off on you.
I know. I'm reading Thessalonians. Okay.
Holy motherfuck, man!
And anybody that starts anything out with Darwinian evolution, well, they want to throw Darwin out there. And
the doctrine of
no,
Darwinian evolution,
and anybody that knows anything about science, you can throw Darwin out with the trash. It doesn't matter. We've we've learned a lot in 170 years. And everything that Darwin was wrong on and didn't know anything about, we do know things about. So bringing up Darwin really doesn't do anything but make you look really outdated and really look like you need a refresher course in science, because nobody cares about Darwin. Darwin was 170 years ago. It'd be like, what'd they say about your automobile 170 years ago? Very little, right? You don't want to take your automobile to somebody that is 170 years out of date.
But it's worse than that. Thessalonians was wrote like 2,000 years ago. It's like, how the hell did they predict Darwin? Oh, it was prophesied. Prophesied Darwin.
Hello, Icarus. Hello, Ryan. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Haven't seen Icarus lately. Good to see you.
Fred Harvey points out there is no Darwinian evolution.
Yeah, what is Darwinian evolution?
We don't do Darwin anymore.
It's a name to throw around to scare people or something.
That's like having Henry Ford design your goddamn automobile, you know?
Hey, Fred, how you doing? Good to see you.
The first Ford.
Yeah, these are obviously trying to scare people terms. I'm not scared, so nice try.
Could be wrong on this, but I believe it
You're
is.
wrong.
Because if you look back in history, what you can see is that Darwin's theory of evolution, published in his book Origin of the Species, is the intellectual foundation for atheism and secular.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think so.
No, and here we go again, folks. An atheist doesn't believe in God because it's your fault. Let me get my finger pointed right at the camera. There we go. You, dude, it's your fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault because you're giving a terrible, right off the bat, it's been terrible argument. And the reason they're atheists is because of you and your 7 mountains and your terrible arguments for God that have not convinced me that there is a God, especially not your God that wrote about the Magic Zoo boat and everything. I'm sorry, but it's your fault. And
most definitely not a good God.
And somebody's dropping some green. Who's over here? Jester dropping the green. Let me see.
Well done, Jester. Good boy.
Jester says for $5, well, they tend to care very much about anything that happened around the Civil War times for no reason. It's definitely not suspect. Yeah, tell us more about the Civil War days, right?
Do you mean the War of Northern Aggression?
That might be it. I've heard it called that.
So the philosopher Diagoras of Melos, 5th century BCA, is cited as one of the earliest to be called an atheist. And there's also a Buddhist sect of atheists that I think was 2,000 or 3,000 years old. Anyway.
Aren't Buddhists atheists because they do not believe in a God? They believe in the teachings of a man.
Yes.
Yeah, some Buddhists will deny that, though, particularly the Hollywood Buddhists, like Richard Gere and his lot. But they believe in the woo-woo.
Well, if I can hit the right button. Yeah, there we go. For Jester, for $5, we're gonna of course tell Jester, you rock.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on to the skies, to the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
Okay, 600
Thank
BC.
you, Jester.
600 BCE, the what is it? Carvaca school, Yada, around 6th century BCE, is explicitly materialist and atheistic. That was a Buddhist school, and I think there was another one too, other Indian philosophies too. So I mean, like, no, Darwin did not invent atheism or cause it. This is
No, common sense did.
Yeah. Yeah, common
Well,
sense.
it's very simple. If you make a claim and you don't have good evidence to back it up or a good argument to back it, something to back it up with, but you're just making a claim that I can dismiss, I can be called an atheist about it because, again, you have done a terrible job of convincing me. Now, if you did a fair job or better of convincing me, then it would fall on me. But I am putting it fully on you. And why I put atheism fully on the believer is because you haven't provided even a decent argument. That's my opinion. So until you do, yes, I can claim atheism and claim it proudly and say that it's your fault. It's not my fault.
Yeah,
So quit trying to put it on me.
Yeah, technically, like religion created atheism, because if there was no religion, there would not be such thing as atheism.
Exactly.
So yeah, stupid cunts. Huh? What?
Yep.
Deconverted
Thank you for saying that out loud.
Deconverted Man's dropping the green. Deconverted Man says
666.
666. And so I have to be very careful with this. Read this. LOL. You woo. I love you, Mike.
What the fuck?
Oni channel UMU. I'm a cute anime.
Girl.
Ghoul. Is it a girl or a ghoul?
Girl. It's a ghoul. Yeah.
Ghoul.
Yeah.
LOL. You have to read this because it's my only super chat ever. Oh, really? Well, I'm gonna put this on my wall.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deconverted Man.
Yeah, I've never seen him spend money before.
Stupidity
ever.
guy again.
Well, I am truly blessed. Thank you, Deconverted Man. And Deconverted Man gets, I think Deconverted Man gets some toast.
So first, Diane.
We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast.
I think that's a good one for Deconverted Man. And we also have
Stoppy.
Stop the Stupidity, gifting another 5 captive desk memberships. And Stop the Stupidity. Let's see.
Well, if he keeps gifting memberships, then like the stupidity here will never stop.
We got Michael N. We got Robin Webster. We got Native Atheist. We got Drewzilla. And we have Blaster Master receiving gift memberships from Stop the Stupidity. And Stop the Stupidity, you rock.
Definitely.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on till the skies, till the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
Thank you very much, Stop the Stupidity. And thank you very much, Deconverted Man. You
So
mean a lot to this channel, both of you.
Darwin claimed to be an agnostic. He said, I have never been an atheist in the sense of denying the existence of God. I think that generally an agnostic would be a more correct description of my state of mind. And that was in his later years. And agnosticism and atheism was just on the rise with the Enlightenment and Reformation. And it was actually caused by philosophers. That's what caused the atheism, boys and girls. Philosophers, philosophinis.
They like to bring up that Darwin lost I believe a daughter to a disease, and that he blamed God for it. And a lot of people do, because ultimately, doesn't God give life and take life away? So if God did decide to give Darwin's daughter something that she died from, he has a reason to be questioning it. I think
that one is patently false, I guess. Let's see. Did Darwin turn away from God? I'll check it out. I looked it up before, and at that time of his life, that was not the case. He was not so much an agnostic and an atheist.
And even so, though, I mean,
about losing children and or close loved ones is that you really get more shorter on patience with bullshit. What's the word where oh, God just needed another angel or something like that. Those kinds of tripe little coping mechanisms. You just have no time for that kind of bullshit. So it could contribute to his atheism in a way that he's just not going to put up with the silliness. But that's just my speculation. I have no credible knowledge about the history of Charles Darwin.
When you're dealing with like things I've been dealing with, when you're going to the clinics and stuff, there are a lot of volunteers that are saying prayers for people, offering prayers for people. They ask you repeatedly if your spiritual needs are being met. Yeah. There is a big push around death and disease for the spiritual, and if it helps get you through, that's fine. As it's been brought up with me, I'm putting my faith in the doctors right now. If the doctors fail, then it's Jesus's turn, okay? But first, you should give the doctors a chance. They've learned a lot, they know a lot, and but give them a shot first.
Dave, we all know that we all know that God gave the doctors their ability to heal.
Yeah. God also made the bad doctors then.
For fuck's sake.
What? It's so silly.
Yeah. And the quacks and
yeah. And why didn't God give the doctors these abilities thousands of years ago? Yeah, right. It seems that the advancements have only come recently. What was God doing for thousands of years while people were suffering? I mean, even the advancements that have come recently, with many things, diabetics and everything. People had dealt with this for a long time, and it was just a shot in the dark, so to speak, in Minecraft, that you would get lucky enough that you'd get a proper dosage of medicines and stuff. It's not like today where my son has type 1. He's got a thing like GE has on his arm, lets him know what his sugars is. And wasn't that long ago they didn't have these things. So again, what was God doing for thousands of years while we were waiting for these things?
That was part of the plan, Dave.
Yeah.
That was God's plan.
Yeah,
because
he didn't have as much sugar.
Oh,
well, he killed all those people with tuberculosis and diphtheria and cancer and everything so that we'd hurry up and create cures, because he was just trying to prod us along. That's why he killed our children. So
I should have known
because that was a strong incentive.
But what cure do we have for a genocidal flood?
Yeah, we're working on that, but yeah.
we keep writing songs. That's about it.
Yep. They just had one in Alaska.
Well, I might play the song near the end. I mean, we'll still see.
Higher progressive agenda that we're facing in America and around.
A progressive agenda. Now, anybody that knows the English language would see a problem with having an issue of moving forward is a bad thing. Yeah. Progress is a bad thing. Cures for diseases, they're a bad thing. All these good things we have that are part of progress are just terrible. Just terrible.
You just keep your newfangled things like toasters.
Yeah.
Because what this guy is actually saying, he's saying, this progressive agenda, he means it's bad for homeless people to get homes. It's bad for all people or all Americans to get health care.
Because happy people are harder to manipulate. That's right. That is why Trump is scaring people of the most common painkiller.
if everybody prospers,
Yeah.
you're not going to have as many people wanting to join the army or the navy or whatever to fight all the imperial wars of our fascist administration.
Well, you have to go on a diet now before you join.
And I've been
No, because if you want to join, just join ICE. Like, have you seen those fat fucks?
I know. Yeah.
Like, I'm not in good shape, but like, I think half of them I can outrun them.
Every time I hear one of the doctors or the nurses tell me to take a Tylenol, I give them a funny look. I said, "Haven't you been watching the news?"
Yeah,
I said, "I'm
that's
sorry.
it,
I'm sure you're sick to death of the Tylenol jokes by now."
I don't want to catch the Alzheimer or the autism.
The tism.
The tism.
Yeah, I'm too late. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, those.
And we
Play
don't,
this asshole.
Hey, and we don't even have Tylenol here. Because that's, again, a brand.
Yeah.
You guys call everything just by brands. Like,
What do y'all call
Parasita. What?
Tylenol? I never can remember. Does it begin with a P?
paracetamol.
Paracetamol. Okay.
Yeah. Para means
like-
along with. Seta means whale. Mol means, I think, a gangster girl. So I don't know where you guys are going with that paracetamol. I don't know.
No, but
Around the world today. You see, today, 85 million children are educated in our public schools.
Oh no, not that.
oh,
Oh,
that's
not
what-
that.
jeez.
Come on, we need more people.
Not public
Those
schools.
numbers are way too low.
Progressive education.
Jeez.
They are taught every single day that they evolved from nothing.
No.
Every single
How
day.
do you evolve from nothing?
Yeah.
This guy needs a dictionary real bad. How do you evolve from nothing?
Yeah.
Now,
every
evolve
morning.
means you change, right? Good or bad, pro or con, whichever direction you move, because evolution has no direction. But from something to something, either gooder or badder or more fit or better predator, better prey, whatever. You evolved from something, not nothing. Where he doesn't even know how to put together a sentence that makes any sense.
Well, I firmly remember those days when I was in school. I'd be sitting at my desk, and the big intercom on the wall would start putting out that piercing, skull crushing, high pitched noise, and then the principal or assistant principal would start talking. You'd hear that staticky hum in the background, and he'd go, "Remember, you evolved from nothing. That is all." Every day.
Yeah, we used
Every day.
to say the Pledge of Darwin, and then they tell us, "Kid, you evolved from nothing. You're going nowhere.
Nothing.
There's no meaning. You may as well
now you
just
bring
pack
up
it
one
in."
Now you bring up one of the scariest things about America. Forcing
Pledge
your
of Allegiance.
children to pledge allegiance to your flag
Oh yeah.
in fucking school. Like, I believe they start at that, like, elementary school as soon as they can remember something.
That went away in the 60s, I think. In the 60s and 70s, they don't do that anymore, I don't think.
Oh, fuck, that's so fucking scary.
Yeah, that was scary. Yeah, we had the Pledge of Allegiance, and there was a whole bunch of shit they had us do. They had us go to religious once a week, where they would let us out of school so we could go to one of the local churches and be indoctrinated on Wednesday. And there was this one place that we went to. I don't know what the hell kind of church it was, but they'd put this ash in the middle of our forehead. Like, they'd stick ashes on us. And so we'd all walk around laughing at each other. Like, what the fuck did you just do?
Not the
Yeah.
ashes.
Well, they would, 1 week we'd go Catholic, next week Presbyterian, next week Lutheran, and then we'd repeat, rinse and repeat. So it's like, we didn't know if we were coming or going, man. We didn't. And then one of them would put that ash stuff on us. I think that was a Catholic, so I'm not sure. Who did that? The Ash Wednesday thing.
Well,
I believe Catholics, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because it was on Wednesday that we had religious, we called it. And it was basically a time to get out and fuck off. It was really cool. We enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
Brooklyn Lou was asking me about that stuff because I was saying something about things that I did at church, and he said, "I take it you're a Catholic," and I said, "No, I'm a Methodist, but we do a lot of the things that the Catholics do on a
half
light
Catholic.
version, you know."
Yeah, half Catholic.
We borrowed
Anyways.
a bunch of it.
Play some of this asshole. I want to get mad again.
So that church only looked at the boys.
Yeah.
Just a peek, quick peek.
Yeah, they were better.
Oh, fuck! I gotta behave.
Yeah.
No, to their credit, never heard a bad thing. Never heard any of this suspect things or anything about the United Methodists. So what they have done behind closed doors or whatever, I can't say, but they never had a reputation like the so-called church does. However, I've never investigated them or, so I'm not with authority speaking on it in any way. But as far as I know, everybody behaved.
Yeah,
now, that
Catholics
doesn't usually apply, but yeah.
The Catholics kind of fucked up when they tried to get sexually reproducing mammals to be celibate. That's where it all went wrong. It's like, oh, you have to be celibate for 80 years, Oh, go ahead, Dave. Play this.
Nothing but a result of random chance. That a random group of atoms at some point in the distant past combined in some way to form some other substance that then mixed together with something else potentially and eventually made into something we now call an amino acid and linked together and eventually magically poof, all of a sudden.
Now see,
no, that was
all of a sudden.
You're talking about in some way like he doesn't know because it happens scientifically. But then he's throwing but then you throw in some magic and throw in this and that. Has this guy ever taken a science class?
Let there be light. Is that not poof?
I don't know.
Yeah, like who believes in magic? Not the atheists.
Yeah, that's true too.
Fuck's sake.
You had a living organism. They're taught that something called survival of the fittest and natural selection is the source of all life.
No. These are mechanisms of many that evolution uses. There's now some of these things could be wrong. Some of these things could need adjustment. There might be things that haven't been discovered yet. But these are just mechanisms. And if you go through, and I pointed out before, even with the Hawaiian shirt guy and some of the other goofballs, they will accept all these mechanisms, but then say, but that's not evolution. They will accept that, predator and prey are in a constant battle. Sometimes the predator wins, sometimes the prey wins. This natural selection thing, some days the rabbit has a good day, some days the fox has a good day, okay? These things are in a battle. And it's well known, even among the creationists who do accept these things, even if they say it's not evolution, they do accept them as mechanisms.
Yeah, and also like with the rabbits, like the rabbit that is born white has a lesser chance of surviving and lesser chance of reproducing. That's why only domestic rabbits are white.
Sure. And I say these things are accepted. What color something is to avoid predators or something, it's also accepted. I have no idea what he's talking about. He's throwing out a bunch of crap. He's not even
go back to his somehow statements.
Yeah.
You don't have to somehow have anything come together. That stuff was prepackaged on asteroids, meteorites, and other things. We found nucleotides on meteorites, which are components of genes or whatever. Mike would tell you all the ins and outs of that. We found sugars on asteroids in outer space, and we've even found amino acids in those things. So it's not like you have to wait billions of years for amino acids and nucleotides to form. That's already there in space, and all a few asteroids have to do is fall into the Earth, and we can, you know, that can kickstart the process, or it may be easy for them to develop on Earth on their own. I don't know, but he's talking about stuff that's just really easy in nature to come across. It's the later stuff that, you know, that we have to explain. The following stuff, the RNAs and the DNAs, that we have to provide explanations for. But it's not hard. It's just not hard, and it's not that incredible. And that tone of doubt is deceitful, because there's not really a whole lot to doubt there.
Will survival of the fittest and natural selection advance life, they say, through death? So
no. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Evolution only works because things die. Things die. It has nothing to do with it. I mean, if it succeeded and it found a new food source, a new mate, whatever it succeeded at, or if it didn't succeed and didn't find a mate, didn't find a food source, it's still evolution. He's not saying anything. He's saying a bunch of nonsense with this smirk on his face, like he's saying something. And he said absolutely nothing.
I think what he's doing is just keeping all these 22,000 viewers or whatever you talked about, keeping their trigger greased, because that's what he wants them to do, is hear evolution, hear natural selection, and have his audience go, communist, progressive.
Well, I think Kelly will agree with you, because Kelly's dropping some green. We got for $5 from Kelly King, the Detroit Atheist Queen. I don't know why I haven't watched this show before. Highly enjoyable. Keep up the good work, guys. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
And we're looking forward to your show as well. I see you've got something coming out as well. And thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. And thank you for the excellent compliments on the channel. And just for that, you know what that means.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on till the skies, till the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the rocks there and sing.
Kelly, you rock.
you see, death is good. Death causes advancement. Death causes progress.
Okay, stop for a second.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so now if he had said reproduction with slight variation is what causes evolution or progress, that would have been better. But death has nothing to do with it. Other than that, what they don't understand is if things didn't die, then our resources would quickly get eaten up and there would be no such thing as children, right?
Yeah,
if people didn't die, there would be no such
dead, for a few days. Just have him try that little experiment. Death keeps this guy walking.
Yeah. It's just so fucking stupid to say that.
I see the trusty ape and Chris Moore in the chat. Hello, good to see you.
And I'll be God's advocate here for a little sec. Like
good.
The way he kind of putting it is like, because certain things make certain things die faster than others. So death is part of it, but it's not the driving force.
Yeah, it's a misunderstanding of what life is to begin with, and we all misunderstand it to a point. Our individual life is not really what biology and life is all about. It's all of life together. Basically, it's the entire population together. That is what drives this evolution. The whole population of all the things, whole ecology. And so it's not surprising that a Christian is primarily a narcissistic religion, doesn't get that, doesn't really understand. Primarily.
Primarily.
They are narcissistic as hell. They want to live forever and blah, blah, blah. It's like,
yeah, I came across a thing earlier today, and they made an amazing point. Like, how evil are you if you are able to be happy in hell while some of your loved ones that did not make it are burning in how can you be happy in heaven if some of your loved ones are burning in hell? Yeah. How good of a person are you then?
Can you be happy in hell when your loved ones are being bored to death in heaven?
Hell fucking yeah. They picked that.
I visualize hell as some of the raves that I've been to and like some of the mosh pits I've been in, and I had a really good time. I'm looking forward to it.
Trusty Ape is dashing through, and he says he also hit the like button. And don't forget, if you enjoyed the stream, please hit the like button and leave a comment. Share it around to people who may also get some enjoyment out of it. And if you could spare the 99 cents a month, you can become a member to the channel. And as you see people dropping the emojis, they are members of the channel. And also Stop the Stupidity and others have been dropping gift memberships to folks who want to be members of the Captive Desk. And as a member of the Captive Desk, you will get access early to videos. You will get 24 hours preview. And we do have monthly streams for the members. Last month was a little bit hectic. I apologize. I hope you understand. I will get back to it, and we will have member streams. And there are some other perks, as well as the greatest emojis of any channel is right here at Saturday Night at the Atheist. And there's Simos.
I just put them all in, so yeah, they're cool.
And we've got the Simos join us. Hello, Simos.
Hey, Simos.
Oh, hello.
Simos, what the hell? Where the hell have you been? What the fuck?
I'm so lucky to be here. I really am. I mean, it's just I randomly could have landed anywhere, right? I could have been in any channel whatsoever, random channel. I just clicked on the link, could have gone anywhere. I am so lucky to be here. I really am. One in a billion.
To have you, Simos. We really do.
There must be a God, Simos. There must be a God.
There must be. There must be. How else would I end up here?
Good to have you, Simos.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all the show
everybody.
Up till now. British sarcasm.
And just for you, Simos, we have the Seven Mountains guys we are covering tonight, so it ought to be good coverage. Good for the ears to hear these magnificent words from these outstanding fellows about how accurate the Bible really is.
You know who I prefer over the Seven Mountain guys?
Who's that?
The Two Mountain Girls.
Well,
yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I really like mountain goats. Mountain goats?
There is.
Have you ever seen a mountain goat?
Oh, dear. Anyway.
Materialistic Darwinian evolution is a deadly spiritual poison.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's a deadly poison.
Materialistic. You know.
Leaving out that most Christians accept science and accept theories in science and accept things like evolution in science and are still Christians, and the Catholic Church, even Islam at 51% in very repressive countries. Nothing against these people that are in these countries, but they are not well educated to no fault of their own. And they are still more accepting of science than these guys at the Seven Mountains are. So
yeah, and
you know,
and they condemn like the materialism.
Yeah.
How much money do they take from the people? How much like he does not look like somebody that does not have money. I'm pretty sure the clothes that he's wearing is more expensive than all the clothes that I own.
I was thinking the way he looks, and I was thinking about deadly spiritual poison, and that would be if you were masturbating and your bedroom door cracked open and he was there. That would be a deadly spiritual poison.
Hey, this is not a horror channel, okay? This is not.
Can you imagine if he was your dad and he caught you masturbating? Oh my goodness!
Oh, not again.
Well,
Not,
but like, isn't it in the more religious circles normal that you will inform your father, like, oh, I'm watching porn, and like your father, even when you're underage, informs you that you're watching porn? Oh no, that's just Republican
Yeah.
politicians.
Yeah, everybody's glad to
when-
see you, Simos.
Just to be fair, when that happened, I wasn't embarrassed. Well, at least not the first time. Second time that day, I was very embarrassed. But
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but like you say this guy, but like, what if this guy would be your dad and got you masturbating? Like,
yeah, well,
you
They put
would
you on-
not
and
be
they put
heard
you on
of
an
again.
app now. They put you on an app now too, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Andy.
yes.
It
get a
means
message. Oh,
God
your dad is
did not.
watching.
Put that thing away. Damn it.
When my dad popped in, I just stood up and said, "Hey, you want a piece of this?" And he ran away.
So your dad's not a pastor. Okay.
There was
good
a
to know.
hanger on the door for a meaning, you know. I mean, come on.
Create us. And death is not a result of sin, as the Bible says in Romans 3:23,
What?
when it says
Wrong?
the wages of
Uh-oh.
sin is death.
The
No,
result of dying.
Romans. They're not talking about Romans, are they? One of my favorite
Wages
books
of
of the
sin.
entire Bible. They
Oh,
can't
no,
be talking about
not
Romans, are they?
Romans.
Oh, they are. They are, Mike.
No.
My favorite book of the Bible. They always love to bring up Romans. Do they realize that they were talking to the Romans about their behavior? Not mine. Do they realize that? Do they realize the title of the book is a letter to the Romans about their behavior? Do they notice this at all? Do they read the first words are the title of the letter written to the Romans? No, they don't.
they don't.
Okay.
They don't. And the irony, Christians complaining about the Romans when they burnt Rome down.
I have yet to figure that out too, but yeah.
death is a good thing, you see? And the idea of evolution has, but they never
Good.
could
If he thinks
find
death is
the United
good,
States.
like-
Those documents are
I'll
the
tell you
sin
what it is.
nature has always, you see?
I clicked on the wrong thing.
And the idea of evolution has actually been around for a long time, even since ancient times. But it could never take hold in America. It could never take root here.
Yeah, because
What?
why? Because the education
yeah.
is so poor.
What?
There's
Yeah.
no chance of anybody evolving in America.
Something they spilled on the floor, I
Only the
Because
ones
America
that
was
get
too
out.
Christian, right?
You picking
guess.
on
America
Merca?
was too Christian.
Too Christian. That was the problem with it. It's too
no,
Christian.
We're too Christian.
Forget
He-
about the
he's
birds
not-
and the peas. It's too Christian.
Psalm
and
19.
Silas was not picking on America. Like, there's no need to pick on America. America already makes a fool of itself.
Verse 1 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork."
Well, technically, that's Shewitt.
And the
She
firmament,
Shewett knowledge.
the firmament showeth his handiwork.
That's Sheweth.
That's very confusing because it's
that's
hard
not-
to get a good explanation of the firmament if you're going to take it as a literal firmament, which I would say these folks are going to do, you're talking about a piece of metal with holes in it that the lights shine through. That's a firmament. So how literal are you taking your firmament? I'm guessing, especially since we have, space telescopes and probes going to other planets and whatnot, that they are not taking the holes in the piece of metal too literal
That's right. That's
was
right.
a psalm here.
You can never accuse them of being materialistic, Dave.
Truly.
Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto...
Till it comes to the body of Jesus, and then it's all materialistic.
Yeah, well, it depends what page you turn, obviously.
Tonight showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. The line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. The Psalm 19 is basically telling us all we have to do is look at creation and we can see God. His glory is in the stars.
Oh, look at the trees.
That's basically what it's saying there.
That's basically what it's saying. Look at the trees. Yeah.
And there's me thinking me thinking all I needed was a Slurpee. That's what I thought it was saying. Everybody get a Slurpee because you're going to need one of these days.
Slurpee sounds good. I've got a drink with a lot of ice in it today. I was mighty thirsty today. I said,
nice.
I said to the wife, could you please fill me a glass with ice? It just sounded good. And so that's what I'm having.
Nice.
Look at the dimes. Deconverted Man remembers all too well. We can also look at the dimes. Frank Turek likes to use the argument of stacking dimes up to your knees or something, and then picking one that's marked a certain way out of all the dimes. And aren't you a lucky so-and-so you for picking the right dime?
Yeah, lucky. It's lucky. I could have, when I woke up this morning, I looked around and I thought, oh my goodness. And then I realized, actually, I was in my bedroom. And it's lucky I was in my bedroom. Could have been any bedroom. I could have woken up in any bedroom this morning, but no. Luckily, just per chance, just randomly, I woke up in my bedroom. Praise the Lord.
Who could bet those odds?
There's some other bedrooms that I'd prefer to wake up in than my own, but okay.
And somebody got a new dog. What's this?
Jackie.
Oh.
Does the new dog have a name yet? Yay for you, Jay. Oh, yeah, Jackie got a new dog. Okay. Yeah. Congratulations, Jackie. I hope you have fun picking out a new name. What is it? Nina? Nina is the dog. Okay.
Oh, Nina.
Yeah.
Nina. Hello, Nina.
Yeah, I just downloaded the biology book I think I had in 11th grade when I went to school. And do you know how many times it mentions evolution?
0.
3 times, but all 3 are part of the word revolution.
Believe in revolution.
Not once did they talk about, they mentioned the Revolutionary War after the, I don't know why. Brainwaves may revolutionize. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, not once did they mention evolution. I suspected that because I can't remember hearing anything in school about evolution ever.
Okay, it didn't mention evolution, but how often does it mention evolution?
Evolution. Oh, EVIL.
Yeah, that's how you spell it.
Oh,
right.
No. Oh my. Sorry. I hate myself for knowing these things.
Evolution.
Well, enjoy the new puppy. And congratulations.
His glory is in the mountains. It's everywhere. It's obvious that we were created.
And again, even if I grant you a creator and a God creating, you have a long way to go, as Hitchens famously said, to your God doing the creating and whatever the formation of the earth and all these kind of good things, they automatically jump to the assumption that, well, it's either science or it's the Christian God. But if you go to the Muslim channel, they're going to say it's the Muslim God. And if you go to a Hindu channel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the assumption that you jump right to your God is a mighty big gap to jump when you haven't demonstrated anything other than maybe there's an alternative. And if you are going to present this alternative, you are immediately jumping to your God, which is poisoning the well, right?
By the way, this biology book mentions the word death 63 times.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So that must be how they were teaching evolution.
How many times does it say random?
Let me check random. Let's see.
I'm just curious, you know.
Let's see.
That was quite a random question.
Oh, they say one time.
Wow.
Only one time.
One time.
I'd like to
At
know
random.
something.
They say something at random. Okay.
Oh,
Fibrovascular bundles which are scattered at random. So that's the one time it mentions random.
yeah, well, there we go. Must be true then. Must
Yeah,
be a
they're
God.
talking about woody stems, randomly distributed throughout a woody stem are these little fibrillar. Yeah, okay. So wood is random, according to atheists. According to atheists, wood is random.
It is random.
Romans
Yeah, mine
chapter
is.
1 says the same thing.
Oh,
For
no.
the invisible things of him
Oh,
from the
no.
creation of the
No,
world are
not
clearly seen,
Romans. No, no.
being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead.
Oh, no. He did it again. He pulling up Romans with the invisible things. Now, invisible things absolutely prove the Bible.
No, 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 no.
I mean, every time I think of invisible things, I think of the Bible.
Yeah, and God.
I do.
When I think of invisible things, I think about God.
Why
No,
do you
I
think
don't,
this is a
because
good...
like if something
Why-
is invisible, that would mean it exists.
Romans is
Okay,
terrible.
God.
If you haven't noticed, this is why I made the Romans meme. Romans is terrible. I mean,
But
it says right
hate
there.
the laugh that you put in there.
Come on,
That is
you're not paying
such an
attention to
annoying-
the invisible things. What's wrong with you? I mean, it's a terrible argument.
but
I wish they would quit using it.
Dave, you don't understand. Invisible things are clearly seen.
I know.
Right? Yeah.
My glasses
you know,
are broke.
So I'm at the age that they give me a cognitive test every year for a physical, and they always ask me if I can clearly see invisible things, and I always say no, and they say, "Oh, you passed."
You passed. You check that box right off there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna try that next
Clearly
time.
see 'em.
I'm gonna try that next time they're giving me a cognitive to see if I'm there to quiz and.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I can see the invisible things.
Well, every now and then, if the light's shining in your eye just the right way, you can clearly see the invisible thing. Yeah.
So that they are without excuse.
Just without
And
excuse.
yet, despite the obviousness of the existence of our Creator from the
invisible
evidence in
things.
creation, it's
From the invisible things, right? It's so obvious
obviousness
because the
of the
invisible
existence.
things that I'm a dum-dum. You know,
Yep.
Okay, I have to own that one, I guess.
I have no excuse.
No excuse. Yeah.
itself. Mankind, in his rebellious sin nature, has always wanted to throw off the restraints, to throw off that belief in God.
Why?
What
Maybe
belief?
because your God is a jerk and maybe has a bunch of silly rules. For all the wonderful things that they'll say about God, they have a lot of not so wonderful things to say about God too, don't they? Why do we want to be rebellious against this super great guy? I mean, supposedly this God has only our best interest at heart, has only, good things wanting for us and everything. And yet for some reason we still, and even God's number one guy, the devil, didn't see eye to eye, right? They said, wait a minute, some of these things don't jive here, God. we don't agree with you on everything, and what you think is wonderful might not be so wonderful after all. Maybe God is mistaken, and it's again not our fault, just maybe.
Find some way where we can be in charge and don't have to submit to God's authority. We can be the ones to define what is right and wrong, true.
Boy, is that ironic. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because they see things in there that God sees as okay or just or good laws when they're not. Deconverted Man has gone through these 613 laws that God chose to put on humanity, and a lot of those 600 you could scratch as being worthless. So maybe God has too many rules, and just too picky, maybe, you know.
So these guys want to conquer and control the 7 mountains of civilization because they don't want to submit to the will of what?
Yeah.
So I mean, they are the most narcissistic, controlling religion on the fucking planet.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody talks about the 10 Commandments, but yeah, Deconverted Man, he did how many videos? Because there's actually 613 rules. I mean, God has a lot of specific rules about a lot of silly things, and maybe people actually took the time, like Deconverted Man did, to go through those 600 rules and say, "Now, wait a minute, you know, you have nothing better to do than make silly rules and laws, and oftentimes severe penalties for not following these silly rules." Maybe there's a good reason people are pointing out they were silly.
They have an apologetic for that. 603 of those rules are considered one thing, and there's only 10 that we have to worry about now. I'm not sure what that's called. What is that called, Scott? There's 2 kinds of morals or rules. I don't know. Maybe Scott knows.
Well,
what is that?
The rules. You'll have to give me a little more background information.
Oh, there's like an apologetic that does away with all the wearing 2 different kinds of fiber and eating pork rules of the Old Testament. They call them one kind of rule, and then there's the new kind of rules, which are just the 10 Commandments.
Well, new covenant. Well, yeah, I don't know how they justified just the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, they have something that they've come up with recently. I just heard it recently.
It never makes any sense. So I immediately forget their reasoning and just go,
right.
You know, just
it's called pick and choose.
Yeah,
pick and choose whatever inspires you for your Christian nationalism bullshit.
According to Ape, he said some guy argues that you don't even need the 10 Commandments because one time Jesus said, "Love God and your neighbor." So apparently, those are the only rules now.
So are you submitting to God's will if you want to take over the 7 mountains of civilization and control them?
Yeah, where's that in the Bible?
Submitting to God's will? Yeah.
Where's that in the 613 rules, right?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, the 7 mountains.
I think it's
613 rules, 10 Commandments, and the 7 mountains. We got to memorize those.
Oh, man, it's getting deep.
True and untrue, good and evil. These atheistic impulses have always yearned for power, but they never could find a way to convince the public.
Power?
Who's yearning for power, you fucker?
I'm just yearning to be left the fuck alone by these.
That's what I was. That's what I was trying to point out. The 7 mountains thing is not yearning for power. What in the hell is he? Yeah. What is he smoking?
Yeah, their ultimate goal is to have power again, over and above the Constitution. So they absolutely want power.
Look at that damn flag on the left of him. Can you see the Nazi symbol in there anywhere?
Yeah. Oh, he's got George Washington behind him too. I mean,
I think if you look close enough, you can see the little Nazi symbols.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about that, right?
I cannot see them.
Did you guys all see the flag that they mistakenly showed in a Zoom call from some Republican's office?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Oh my God, they had a clear Nazi symbol in the flag. It was like, what? Don't they look around them before they turn the camera on? I mean, for God,
No,
put their
because
pants
to
on.
them it's
Well,
normal. To them it is normal.
Yeah, the excuse is you're not supposed to be
the
looking at
scariest
what's
part.
on the board. So
Yeah, they don't even notice it because it's so normal for them.
yeah, there's 675 rules. There's
Like,
10
oh,
commandments. There's 7 mountains and 14 words.
Why are you woke libtards so offended by the swastika? I don't get it.
Yeah, I heard him trying to explain it away in one of the news
Yeah,
shows, and it didn't sound any. They shouldn't try to explain it away. They should have just
One of them
"Oops."
said it was a video artifact from the camera.
Yeah.
No, it's a
Oh,
Nazi camera.
it's a Nazi
Yeah.
camera, yeah.
Yeah, they bought it in Germany. Yeah.
He still had his filter on, I think.
Is that what a
Oops.
Hasselblad does? A Hasselblad camera? It has Nazi.
Yeah. Hello, Tori. How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Tori.
Until a guy named Charles Darwin.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, you're bringing
yeah.
Darwin back into it.
the Antichrist.
Oh gosh.
Shut up with your fucking Charles fucking Darwin.
It's
I'm getting fucking sick of that motherfucker.
Was he the first one that did?
It's,
Was Darwin the first one that failed to see invisible things clearly?
It's no, far from it. It's Chucky Darwin time though. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Give us more.
In the 1830s, Charles Darwin published his work called Origin of the Species, where he dressed up the idea of random mutation
I'm going to get you to go
in
back,
a
Dave.
science.
Sorry, this is what drives me nuts. This 1830s, he published it. No, 1859, I think it was.
Yeah. Well, he gets some other dates wrong here. Like
Yeah.
you'll see in a minute.
Funnily enough, 30 years just missed out completely. Anybody
Yep.
know anybody else that went missing for 30 years?
There is somebody I know of that was written about a lot in this book.
Yeah, I think
And
he was a Buddhist.
30 years of his life aren't in there. So
But I think he was a Buddhist.
could be.
Yeah, there
Very
are
suspect when you leave out 30 years of somebody's life.
no, there are actually scriptures, I believe, that about his life then, and like, or
I don't think
that
so.
about a Buddhist, and some people believe that was Jesus.
That's
Yeah, they're-
right. Yeah.
They are discredited. You're right, Brainless. There are writings, but they are discredited writings. So
By who?
Well, they're later.
yeah.
No, there are. They're later. They're written like 200 years later or something. But there is. There was an interesting program where they said they went to India and they found a tomb, and the tomb had a pair of feet on it, right, carved into it, not carved but molded into it, with a wound, a nail wound through the feet. And this allegedly was proof that Jesus went to India and became a Buddhist. And interestingly enough, he was buried in a different direction to everybody else. And that showed that he wasn't from India. I think it's in the Gospel of Thomas or someone like that. Was it Thomas that went to India?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know the tomb you're speaking of, and he also has one in Japan and somewhere else too, where he's supposedly buried. So
Yeah.
Ellen
Jesus
Watts-
got around.
He
Ellen Watts
he died around, didn't he?
He died
Died
around.
around a lot.
Ellen Watts did some research on the Buddhist influence on Christianity, basically, that there's a whole lot of doctrine in the New Testament that sounds heavily Buddhist, basically.
Yeah, there is the
Yeah.
stories of Jesus doing travels in his 30 years abroad, and that he assembled a lot of his teachings from different countries and different ideals that he was exposed to. But that, that's if you go by those stories, which a lot of people don't accept those stories. So,
Well,
which stories are you going to accept?
there was something else I heard the other day as well, which was there was a Greek, ancient Greek manuscript that mentioned an Eastern mystical man that had suspiciously Buddhist views, and that was like 100 BC or 200 BC. Of course, Alexander made it all the way to India, so undoubtedly.
Yeah, and there was a lot of trade at the time too. There were a lot of people crossing over and sharing myths and stuff. But the Book of Thomas, that's the one that didn't make it into the New Testament, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's got some. I think the Thomas book is the one that says Jesus and Mary were married.
Yeah, that one is just heavily laced with Buddhist ideas. A Catholic priest once told me to dig that up and read it when I had a conversation with him. And at the end of the conversation, I realized the Catholic priest was an atheist, that he was secular. And it was really interesting. But anyway, anybody notice the irony that Jesus was a carpenter and they nailed him to a board?
Yep.
Not a hammer to be found anywhere, or a pry bar. Jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is.
That's one of my sayings. Yeah, I like to use that when I talk to girlfriends and stuff. I say I've got more wood than Jesus. And you'd be surprised. How good
well that works.
That is for Christian girls. Yeah.
Yeah, that works pretty well. Eh?
This guy here, he does some more of an intro, and you can see it's about 19 minutes worth of the same types of things. Darwin, Toledo, public schools, Toledo too, I guess. Public schools in Toledo as well as everywhere else. The same old talking points, but then he brings in, I guess this is an expert, and his guest on this show, which doctor. Happens to be, Will. I think his name is Will.
Yeah, something. He's a medical doctor or whatever, but
he's a and he's supposedly the expert on evolution, but he doesn't seem to know anything about evolution. So
no, he doesn't.
We're gonna take a listen to what he has to say too, because he has a big chunk of this video, and I think we've listened enough of the intro to get an idea of where the 7 mountains are coming from.
You ought to listen. You ought to listen to the whole piece of shit video.
I've listened to the whole thing.
Anyway.
See, I spare a lot of folks. You always don't get to see the full video or the second part or the third part. Dave has seen it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been subject to it all. I've seen it all. That's right. It's haunting my dreams.
So Simos, next time I go to the grocery store, I'm going to try that pickup line on some girls, but I'm going to wear a football helmet when I go there.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds smart to put that football helmet on.
There's another one. Then I'll tell you the other one. I'm going to nail you with this wood.
What was that one?
I'm going to nail you with this wood like Jesus.
Oh no! Okay, I'll try that one too. I think I'm gonna wear padding too. I'm gonna get the whole football uniform for that one.
Yeah. Anyway, long and short of it is Dave's watched the video. He's crucified himself on this video already for the sake of you all. So let's go, Dave.
He watched for all our sins.
So we're gonna skip forward a little bit, and we're gonna give a little time to the guest speaker, because he seems to give this guy a lot of credit for his knowledge and wisdom, which he doesn't seem to have any of, because I was waiting to hear something about evolution, and it doesn't seem like this guy has any study into it at all, and why he was picked for this speaking engagement. So we'll see. If,
wait a minute, he wrote a book. He wrote a book, Dr. Bill West. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably on to sell his book.
Yeah, I think he does show it near the end. I think they do show the book, so that's probably
Sacred Science.
Yeah, that was it. So he got to plug his book, and so he figured, why not? I don't know what they're talking about, but I get to plug my book. So we'll see what he has to say here, because I wanted to give him a chance to talk to in the last hour. Was it? It's 7 o'clock already. So we'll we'll give Mr.
No.
Yeah, we'll give the other supposed scientist a say because we like to be fair, you know. And I don't think the speaker is going to poison the well any more than he already has by admitting that he's a Seven Mountains dude.
No, but like,
So
how can you poison the well more if it's all already pure poison?
it already is. It's pure red and rainbow colored, and you know it's all soiled and messed up. So we'll give him that. You know, he's totally messed it up. He's going to throw Darwin's name out there a whole bunch of times. Okay, we'll give that all to you. Let's see what else you've got by bringing in a guest speaker.
Medicine and research specifically in the field of oncology, and he's written a new.
Oh yeah, that's the reason it caught my ear too. Is the oncology and the study of cancer and what cells are doing. My ears kind of perked up because I've heard a lot of this stuff recently. So yeah, I was kind of interested in what he had to say, and then I was disappointed in what he had to say at the same time. Hello, Robin. How you doing? Good to see you.
You're saying we shouldn't get our hopes up then?
Don't get your hopes up too much. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
he hasn't been given the cure for cancer. Then, damn it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the work on cancer and everything, and then this guy surfaced, and it really dashes my hopes. So.
Oh well.
Oh well.
It's random.
That is called Sacred Science: Understanding Divine Creation. It was released a few months ago, and this is.
You're right. Who said that, Mike? You're right. Book.
Yep.
A couple months ago. Okay. There you go.
Sacred Science.
An incredible resource for anybody who wants to discover some of the mountain of evidence that exists pointing to a divine creator. Dr. West, thank you.
Now, wait a minute. This guy is searching cancer for how divinely something is from God with cancer. Now, let me tell you something about cancer. It sucks. And it doesn't just hit old people. It hits young people. And how dare a God afflict a young person with a horrible... Now, I can understand cancer winding down and an old person's cells going crazy. At least you can fathom, okay, you've had a long life and now the cells are kind of stupid, right?
Maybe you spent too much time in the sun, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you smoked too much. Maybe you were exposed to toxic drugs. The ladies licking. Somebody was just talking about the radium ladies. They were licking their fingers as they were painting the watch. What do you call it? The arms on the watches and everything.
Or you forgot to put the bucket, the lid to the bucket of plutonium back on real tight.
Yeah, you didn't put the lid on. All these things, but when it affects somebody that isn't 100 years old, it just kind of seems like, well, that was cruel, right? You gave a young person, and you see them how many times with Disney cruises and everything else, Shriners Hospitals, all these great organizations that do stuff for the young folks that have these terrible diseases. And it always seems very, very unfair and very, very suspect that a God would inflict such horrible things on a young person's physiology. So just saying that isn't a great example to use. Now, maybe Jesus stepping in, giving some comfort to an old person with a disease, but these young folks with the disease, this is not a good selling point.
So much for coming on Truth and Liberty today.
I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Doctor, let me just introduce you a little bit more thoroughly to the audience. I didn't get into much detail before we had to go to a break, but you have spent your professional life in the field of oncology. Now that basically is the treatment and study of cancer, right?
Correct.
And you've got some pretty incredible achievements under your belt there, including novel.
Yeah, they've got a lot of treatments, and they haven't cured it though. Now you're saying this is from God; these are religious people. You're talking 2,000 years. We'll give you 2,000 years for Jesus. So for 2,000 years, What have you done for these people? Nothing. Okay. It's only been in the last few years that anything's really been done with therapies, and now they're doing gene therapies, immunotherapies, all kinds of therapies using the body's own things. And this guy is all for it. Hey, if it works, it works. I'm for it too. But what have you been doing for 2,000 years is always my question. And they're giving this God credit for 2,000 years of work that it didn't do. It hasn't done anything for 2,000 years. It's only done things like the last 50, 100 years, maybe. So again, not a selling point for God. Why did God feel the need that it could play with this terrible disease? And I'm not putting it on the old folks. I always put these diseases on the young folks, because anything can happen with an old, let's call it a machine, right? You have an old computer, an old phone, an old gaming system, an old house, an old car. Things can go wrong with it. You don't expect them to go wrong on a new one or on one without the years or the mileage to put on it, right? So these are not the good selling points they think they are.
Treatments and other things.
Well, we've made progress. You know, we need to make more progress, but I've been particularly interested in immunotherapy, the application of the immune system, and we've made a lot of progress with that.
Yeah,
so,
recently.
We have a ways to go, but we're making progress.
Yeah, it's a brand new field. Well, again, 2,000 years, and then if you want to throw in another 2,000 or more of Judaism, you've got thousands of years where they ignored these diseases, ignored people's suffering, ignored not just the old people, but the young people and all their suffering, until a few years ago with, I know, science, the very thing that you've been bad-mouthing the whole time. Now you're turning around and you're, so science is good when it cures somebody. Well, yeah, how about that?
I've heard of it. Heard of that.
Yeah, and so cancer really at its core is a dysfunctioning cell. Am I right? Cancers are cells that go sideways and start.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know,
he remembered something from science class, and he's proud of himself for it too.
Am I right? Love it.
Start growing and getting in the way of the function of the body. Am I right on that?
That is right.
And so your practice basically deals with cellular biology.
No, your practice deals with fixing what's wrong with people. He tried really hard to not say that. I thought he was going to say it for a minute. Your field deals with let me fill in the blanks for you. It deals with fixing people. Okay? Again, as I pointed out, not just cancers, but there's 1,000,000,001 diseases. I mean, you can go into a medical library at any medical school and pull a book off a shelf. There's lots of diseases that affect people. There are diseases that only affect a handful of people, but they're out there. And every once in a while, with the roll of the die, these people get these things. Okay, why are there all these things? Because your God created them. Your Bible says, your mandate says, your interpretation says, God did it. So why? And then why are you putting such grand hope into a cure and this guy is a doctor and everything and praising him after you just got done saying God does as he pleases, right? God makes all these diseases for a reason. God has a reason. This guy is going against God's reasons, really. I mean, whenever a doctor cures something, you have to wonder, did God mean for it to be cured, or was the person supposed to have this disease, right? There's these questions raised. Why make this disease if the person wasn't supposed to have it?
Well, the wages of sin is cancer. So
yeah, yes. And not just that. I mean, all
the things that affect
all the things that affect the little ones out there. Sure. They were created for a young person to suffer with. And why? You know, if he wants to get rid of it, maybe he shouldn't have made it in the first place. Just saying. But we, and I'm using we in the term as scientists, as all the people in the labs and the the testing and everything else that all goes about this, around this thing, in a huge, it's not just one person that cures one of these diseases. It's a community. There's a lot of people involved. Why are all these people, you know, such devout, seriously devout into curing all these things that are wrong with us, fixing all these things that are wrong with us, and then turning around and saying, isn't God great for making us just the way we are? Well, no, not really, because we seem to have a lot of things wrong with us. Why? Why not make us without all these things wrong with us in the first place? And you wouldn't even need this guy. And frankly, I wouldn't go to this guy to get anything cured anyways, because after seeing a lot of true experts that know what they're talking about, this guy worries me.
Day in and day out. Would that be fair?
That is fair.
All
That
right.
is fair. And I would say to that, we replicate our DNA 1 trillion times a day.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's pretty remarkable, actually, that cancer doesn't happen more often.
Wow.
So it's the system is set up to correct itself as frequently as possible.
What?
Okay, so you have a system set up to correct itself, but yet people still die of horrible diseases. So the system doesn't really work that well, does it?
Doesn't work all the time.
No.
Speaking of creation, you've already said something that to me is a mind-blowing proof of creation, that our bodies replicate our DNA 1 trillion times a day.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
God.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We replicate bad and good DNA. So again, there's a problem with why replicate bad things, you know, and has been pointed out, cancer is kind of a runaway train, and there's nobody at the handle. So why not, right? Why wasn't somebody put in charge so that this thing couldn't run away? See, these are not the selling points that they think they are for a loving God, a caring God, a God that cures people or anything else. It's totally the opposite.
Cancer uses the same mechanism that you use as an embryo to create you, basically. Cancer is a slight mutation that turns embryology back on. So essentially, when you get rid of cancer, you're getting an abortion. Follow me there?
Well, that's what I said earlier. I mean, are these things supposed to be cured? I mean, they will give all the praise to God and the doctors and the scientists and everything else if somebody's cured. But
look at it from cancer's perspective.
Yeah, well, it was just doing its thing, right? And some doctor interfered.
It's a little embryo in your, you know, basically that hatches and just starts growing, and then we rip it out. Damn, that's evil. And,
you know, it comes down to life on a whole, too. I mean, are we supposed to really take out the bad diseases or, you know, parasites or anything? Or are we supposed to give the parasites their chance, too?
Yeah,
you know,
they're just the wages of sin, right?
Yeah, they're just doing their thing. They're not doing anything inherently evil or anything. They're just trying to survive, right? So is it their fault that you know, the neuron or whatever takes it in the shorts so that they can survive? Well, no, right? They had no intent of taking you out. They just had the intent of survival, right? So, what do you measure against what is good and what is bad and everything when you were created, so to speak, with these things, or these things were introduced to you through your environment or through your food or whatever it was, through disease, that you were given these things by God who created them. So it's really tough to argue, what's good and what's bad, what you're supposed to live with and live without, and everything when you bring the God creator into the equation.
Dr. West, if I was walking through the forest and I saw on the floor, the ground, in a pile of leaves, I saw a MacBook. No one would have to tell me that thing was designed and made by an intelligent source, right?
Right.
I mean, anybody who said, "Oh, look at this MacBook that grew on a tree," or that actually came together more precisely.
Now you see how they're laughing at this stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't this ridiculous that something
they think they're so clever?
Yeah, something could just magically appear on a magical tree, and almost like maybe like on a magical zoo boat or something, And it's pretty funny, isn't it?
If you were walking along and you saw a butterfly, it would be different than a MacBook, okay? Because the butterfly couldn't have created itself, could it? I don't know.
Well,
that video I posted earlier, where a scientist kind of takes down ID, he talks about all this stuff, and it's really cool. It's he wrote a book, I forget what it's called, but anyway, he really tears them to pieces on this bullshit. This stuff about walking along and finding a MacBook on the floor of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
But if you find a tree growing, do you say, "Oh, a man must have made that," or what do you say? "Oh no, God made that one."
Leo's dropping in. How you doing, Leo? Good to see you. He says, "But the MacBook was designed because of your priors. You already know that human beings design MacBooks. The properties of the MacBook aren't what you infer design from."
This guy's named Jason Rosenhaus.
It's like hearing from Leo.
Interesting point about that, actually, Leo. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the MacBook originally was designed like a burger because it was designed by a clown.
Oh,
the big MacBook.
That's why it's the big MacBook. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bite. I'm gonna take a bite right now.
That's one of the things, Kelly, that I'm looking at is why cancer comes back. Now, see, that's what I'm dealing with. They removed my tumor, but is it going to come back? And they can't tell you. It's one of those things where they try really hard not to give you an answer because they don't know. So they can test for it
because God made it that way.
Know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Go away, hospitals. The priests got this. Yeah. Leo says, so things like complexity, structure, or supposed function aren't constitutive of design.
Constitutive. I forgot to say that too.
Design inferences. So things like complexity, structure, or supposed function aren't constitutive of design or design inferences. That's right. And works in mysterious ways. Oh, obviously, Mark's got it right there. It's in mysterious ways. So you can't question. It's mysterious.
Came together by chance from the dirt and sticks and piles of leaves.
That's not chance. The dirt and the sticks and the piles of leaves are not chance. They're things, and they're chemical reactions that happen. And it's not by chance. They are governed by the laws of nature that you said yourself are found in the Bible, in Look at the Trees, in the study of the book of nature. All these things that you'll accept from God, disputes everything you're saying. Every time you've said something, it's been in opposition to what you have said earlier from the Bible, and I really don't like this fella. And this guy, he's asking questions.
So he's quite biblical.
Yeah, he's just a yes man,
contradicting himself.
He's just looking for somebody just to agree with him, nod and shake your head, And supposedly that's what he found in this guy, because that's really all this guy's done is nod and shake his head and agree with him. And then, near the end, he's going to push his book. So I don't think this was the best guest to have on. And I surely hope this guy isn't working on anybody's cancer treatments, because don't go to this guy. Don't go to this guy.
No, but how can you become a doctor? Like, the suffering that is God's will.
Yeah.
How dare you oppose God's will?
Well, any type of doctor at all. I mean, if you get cured of anything, even a cold or a flu or anything, was that supposed to make you miserable? And according to the Bible, these things are supposed to make you miserable. So it's really hard to tell. It is. It's. I always have a problem with believers who run to the doctor or praise the doctor or anything, because it's going against God's will. It is. Unless you say God's will is that you be cured by the doctor. And then you have the question back of, then why have we had these diseases for how long now without a cure? So is it one or the other, or are we left to our own roll of the dice, so to speak, as to finding the cure? And when we find the cure, only comes about at a certain time, thousands and thousands of years after people have already suffered and died with the same ailments for thousands and thousands of years. So it seems to raise a lot more questions than answers any of it.
You would think they were insane, right?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I think they would be.
And yet we do that every day when we look, when so-called science looks at the human body or any biological life. That's kind of the mantra they want us to believe.
Well,
Oh well.
So-called science.
He's
speaking to a scientist, for goodness sake, and he goes so-called science.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And like, it's not like they believe in a magical being that just poofed everything into existence. Like, that's much more logical than biological
Blaster
processes.
says, raid here. Is that a raid from somebody? I appreciate it. Somebody raided me. And with a link address, it's in the chat, so check that out. Appreciate it. Hold on, I'm looking. I'm checking to see what it says. Okay.
But posting a link to this stream in the side chat of this stream is kind of
That's all right. I appreciate the effort, Ryan. Rating you, Dave. All right. I'll take it. And we got Dade Murphy rating us as well. Hello, Dade. And if I didn't say hi to Skeptic, hello, Skeptic. How you doing?
I wish I was right. Got rated. Never mind.
It's to the contrary. I look at the beauty of the cell, the beauty of DNA, and DNA. Nobody has any idea where DNA came from. It's an abstract.
No idea.
Any idea?
No idea.
No clue.
I'm pretty sure they do. They have
No
some
one's thought
ideas.
about it. Yeah.
And he's the cancer guy, right? And he sees the beauty in the cancer.
Yeah.
So-called science has no idea where so-called DNA comes from.
I really am going to recommend again that you do not see this guy about your cancer. I don't think he wants to cure you.
About anything. But then again, if you're an atheist, like, he probably lives in one of the states where you can say, oh, yeah, no, but I don't agree with him, so I'm not treating you.
I can picture this guy going into the examination room and going, ma'am, I'm in love with your cancer.
It's the wages of sin.
Ryan was trying to post in the other chat. Hey, I appreciate it, Ryan. I do. And Kelly, feel free to raid yourself again. No problem. I gave you a wrench.
So Rosenhaus does a pretty good. He's got a really neat analogy or explanation about this. This thing where you see something really complicated, like a oak tree or a butterfly, and you assume that there has to be a creator, right? It's like looking at a molehill and then saying, "Oh, there must be a giant mole because I see mountains."
Yeah, well,
it's the same.
Seven.
It's the same thing. What's that?
Seven of them. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 mountains. Yeah, I see 7 mountains to conquer. Putting together
miraculous molecule. I think it was the former chairman of Microsoft said there's no way we could create an information containing device to match that. So I think we have a lot of.
Yet.
I mean, that comes from the chairman of Microsoft.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just not any scientist, so-called.
Yeah, right.
No, that's a businessman. That's not a scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they didn't like Bill Gates at all, but
they like him when he said that one thing. That one thing.
They said that one thing, yeah.
As soon as he started saying stupid shit, they were all over him.
Yeah, stupid stuff like feeding people in Africa and things like that, and getting them vaccines.
Then they like to point out.
Oh dear.
I'd like to point out that he has evolved his Windows program. With every new update, it evolves and has gotten more complex over the years. Those of us that remember the early Windows compared to now, there's a lot of functions that it does now that it didn't have before. So it has gotten, depends who you ask, it's gotten better. And it is a demonstration of evolution.
XP is still the best one ever. Windows XP is the best Windows ever. After that, it was downhill.
There you are.
Oh, God.
The reason we take DNA for granted. Nobody knows when it arrived, when it came from.
Nobody knows where it arose or where it came from. Dude, you are a terrible scientist.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. There's a lot of ideas of where DNA come from. No. Hey, well, there you go, Blaster. Lilith said, Lilith told me to come. Well, welcome, Lilith. Good to see you. And you should listen to Blaster. Absolutely. We're listening to some 7 Mountainers, so, maybe take that with a grain of salt, but, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
One of the 2 individuals that won the Nobel Prize for the double helix.
I've heard of it.
I'm going to embarrass myself and block the name, but just before he died, he said, DNA could not have arisen on the Earth. It must have flown in from outer space. And
Yeah,
when you can't explain something, just throw out some kind of made up explanation, and it's just as good as a natural one, right? I wonder if that's ever been done before. I think that has been done quite a few times in your religion and the other religions. And when the other religions didn't have answers, they created another religion that had an answer, made up answer, but always seems to be a made up answer, not a real accurate answer. So, Angry Bird, how you doing? Got a bunch of people, Top Dog, everybody's showing up. You must have been hanging out together. Thanks for dropping by.
Why do these guys
Angry Bird, just watch for a few minutes and you'll have your answer.
Why do these guys always quote scientists from like before I was born in order to bolster what they say? Why do they ignore everything that's been discovered?
Let me explain that. Let me explain that to you.
Okay.
That is because the scientists nowadays disprove them.
Ah. There you go. Any more
Christian
questions for him,
Watson
Scott?
awarded the
Makes
Nobel
perfect
Prize
sense.
in 1962 for their research, which had happened, years before. And I was born in like 63. So, even the even mapping out the structure of DNA is so like pre me that, and I'm 60 some odd years old. So these guys are going back 60 years to find basically people who weren't as far along in their understanding of DNA to somehow appeal to a God.
So Crick in 1973 wrote a paper. I think he's talking about Crick, called Directed Panspermia. And then in a 1981 book, he clarified that he did not believe that DNA must have come from outer space. He did propose that life might have been seeded from space with other small biomolecules, but no. So he's lying here. And typical of creationists, they pass down these lies from one to the other. Game of telephone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it started. Dawkins once said it, right? Dawkins once said, "Oh, well, it's possible that life was seeded here from
because they
asteroids."
asked him if it was possible, and they clipped it out. They clipped out the rest of the conversation. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little worse than that because it's one of these cases where they love to cherry pick, right, the quotes.
Nah,
So
come on, no.
So he actually said it's more likely that aliens deposited DNA on Earth and that started life
Then God
than it
did
is that God created it.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that's very different to him
And he
saying
also said that
he thinks
ultimately
it's likely. It's very different from him saying it's likely that aliens created life on Earth.
And he said, though, ultimately, though, if you go back far enough, it would have to be a Darwinian type evolution, no matter where the life form came from. So that doesn't get him out of it. That just sets it back to eventually you would have to find a Darwinian type mechanism. So he doesn't leave that out of his explanation.
Not that you'd know it by listening to the creationists.
Well, I used to give Ben Stein a lot more credit. And I was seriously disturbed by that by Ben Stein's dishonesty in that video. So let's leave it at that. Ben Stein, you let me down with your rhetoric. So.
I would agree that it came from the heavens.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. So DNA.
No.
Holy.
No.
It's an acronym for deoxyribonucleic acid, right?
Correct.
Wow, look at the big brain you got.
I'm impressed.
You actually know what it stands for. Oh, good for you.
DNA is basically it's basically information. Am I wrong?
That's what it is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's information. Yeah. Although how many definitions of information there are, we're not sure. But
And according to our favorite Peter Atkins, any molecule is information. Any molecule that has take this many and put this many together is information to another molecule or element or whatever thing they're using it for. It's information. So is H2O information? Well, if H2O is information, then everything is information because that's one of the simplest molecules, and deoxyribonucleic acid is a molecule. So, of course, then it's information, from simple information to a lot of information. But to what? To the cells and the biology and the body and everything. Otherwise, it's not information to anything. So, according to Peter Atkins, it's all information. And if it's all information, then it really doesn't mean anything. And you saying, oh, but it's information, like it's special is taking away that it isn't really special at all if H2O is also information.
Yeah,
so what is it?
Well, I think the issue here is there's an equivocation going on, and that's why I just really dislike people like Stephen Meyer and presumably this guy if he's going to talk about it, which is to say that there's a technical definition, scientific definition of the word information, and you're correct in how you're using the term, Dave. But then there's also another type of information, right? There's the information that I could pass to you by saying I'm going to make a cup of tea, right? That's a different type of information, and it's certainly the letters themselves are information. The language is another form of information, and then the information in the information of the language is also another type of information. So just in that one sentence, there's 3 different types of information. And like when you equivocate between those 3, it's highly dishonest. And when a scientist does it, you know they know better. You know they know better. And so, yeah, you could say DNA is a type of information because, of course, it's molecules, as you're saying. All right. But that doesn't mean that when you add all the molecules up, that they're going to tell you a story, because they don't. They don't tell you a story the way language does. So it's a false equivocation to say that because language is a type of information and DNA is a type of information, therefore DNA is a type of language. It's not. That's just simply false. And I think Mike here would correlate that with me. Concur with me on that.
Here. Also, that video on that Rosenhaus that I've been plugging here for like forever, he talks about information in very clear terms and explains in his book and in that talk why they don't understand what information is. They equivocate, basically. They confuse it with the common, ordinary idea of information that humans have. And they try to make it a scientific thing, but they fail. So anyway.
Yeah, I heard another one today where someone said, it's basically DNA is a language, and you couldn't rewrite it. I mean, just think about getting all of those letters in that order. It'd be completely gibberish if you change some of it. And the point being is that it's gibberish anyway. If you think of it as if you're reading it, right? You can't just read the letters and go, there you go, I understand what that is. No. You have to understand the translation process to protein before you can even start getting a grip on what the hell's going on. So just to say that you can change one letter and it becomes nonsense, that every single letter therefore must be lined up perfectly, it's just nonsense.
I do appreciate everybody subscribing over at Kelly's channel. Kelly's got some shows coming out, I believe, in the next few days, something like that. So
excellent.
yeah,
let me go and sub now.
Yeah, everybody go and take a moment, and everybody go and sub. The link is in the chat, and yes, Tori is a Christian, and we always appreciate Tori in the chat as well.
Yep.
And Christians are welcome. Everybody's welcome here at the Captive Desk.
Just got 2 subs from me.
All right, we're filling in Carrie's subscriptions, and what does it say on Carrie's channel? Or Kelly's channel coming up Monday or Tuesday? Monday and Tuesday. Okay, subscribe to my channel. New stuff coming Monday and Tuesday. All right, there it is, right there. Okay.
Detroit Atheist Queen, that one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. And this person is a Christian?
No, Tori.
Oh, that's the other one. Tori is a Christian.
Oh, where's Tori's channel?
Here's Tori Swansinger.
Where's Tori's channel?
She's been a supporter of the community and has been around for quite a number of,
I
wouldn't say a long time.
She's a believer, but she also believes in other things too. So that's a good place to be.
I can't find the channel.
Always has some interesting comments.
Tori, do you have a channel? If you do,
Yeah, post it if you do.
We can take care of Tori too. Where's Tori's thingy? Let's see. Hello, Midnight. How you doing? Good to see you.
Midnight.
Yeah, right.
Where's
Don't
Midnight?
have time to go through that right now.
Where's Midnight?
Midnight's in there.
I can't see it.
Couple.
He's changing his name a lot these days.
Yeah,
What is his name now?
Sophia something.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Changed his
Oh,
pronouns.
Well, what the hell? I don't see him.
Sophia,
Sophia of Athens.
Sophia Athens, yes.
Yeah, there's quite a delay for me here for some reason.
Yeah, there was mine too. There's a delay between YouTube and StreamYard, and yeah, there it is. Here he is. Here they is. Captive Desk. Hello, Sophia of Athens is Midnight. There you go, Mike.
You guys saw my private chat about my personal problem, right? Where I have to disappear suddenly. So. Okay. I'm not sure when, but I will have to disappear.
I don't even know what that is, Dave. I mean, I don't know what that is, Mike.
Oh, you don't? Oh, no. I'll go ahead and I'll clarify it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Doctor, is there anywhere in all of the universe where
that suddenly?
What was that? Was that Scott?
Since Mike warned us twice that he's going to have to drop out suddenly, I don't think that's suddenly.
Oh well. Anyway, we'll see how it works out. It might work out. You know, you might enjoy it. I don't know. Maybe I'll stick around. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome, Tori. If you have anything, feel free to post it. That's what they're for. And, Robin, hello, Robin. And Trusty Apes got one. I'm just seeing who. Midnight doesn't have one. Jasper doesn't have one.
You guys may have to put up with me hugging you. So other than that, I don't know. We'll see.
That's fine.
Then you're
really
fast because of it. So that's really wild. Because I mean,
let me take care of some business. All right, Sophia, you get a wrench too. And who else doesn't? Jasper doesn't have a wrench. Jasper should have a wrench. Jasper, you got a wrench too. Take care of some business here real quick.
By the way, I bought this guy's book, and it is a real piece of crap.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
And mind you, when I give you a wrench, I don't need moderators on my channel. I have very few problems on my channel. Knock on wood. All hail Bigfoot. Folks here are real groovy, and I am not picking on folks. I drop wrenches all over. So if you have links or a channel or anything, feel free to post your stuff. This is a fun channel to be on, and you have 14 subscribers. Hey, we hooked Kelly up with 14 subscribers. Sweet.
Nice.
Good
well
deal.
Done.
Yeah, if I give you a wrench, it's known to be I don't have a problem on my channel. Everybody here is groovy. But please do if you have links, if you have somebody else's links, some groovy links, whatever, feel free to post them in the chat. That's what the wrenches are for. It's not to snitch on your neighbors, because we got good neighbors here. So
this guy,
very few problems with the neighbors.
This guy has a knock me dead argument automobile metaphor. The automobile metaphor.
Don't. Oh, don't.
Sophia of Athens, which is Midnight, wants to know the name of the book, Mike.
Sacred Science.
Sacred Science.
He said it is time to reinvigorate the concept of natural theology, Holy Scripture, and the book of God's Word. Give us a fundamental portrait of God, but an understanding of God's scientific works provides a powerful and complementary approach to understanding God. A step-by-step tour of the cosmos in Section 1 provides a striking case in point. The printing machine called the universe was no accidental product of nature. God designed each one of its parts to accomplish his ultimate will, there would be an expanding universe and a just right sun nurturing a life-supporting planet Earth. Mind created matter to reproduce mind. So it's God's will. Science is God's will. There you go. So is cancer. So the thing cancer too is God's will. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But
Does he know?
I know who to blame.
Does he know he wears glasses?
yeah. He's violating God's will right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've wondered about that too. I mean, are people supposed to walk into polls or not? You know?
What a heathen. What a heathen.
Maybe Ken Ham is supposed to bounce off the walls more than he does. You know, maybe that would knock a little sense in him. And did you notice? I don't mean to beat a dead horse, and pun intended. Bodie ended up, or Vody, not Bodie. Excuse me.
Bodie's a dead
Bodie
horse.
is still alive and well, but he's not with Answers in Genesis anymore.
No, he's a dead
Vody
horse.
Was supposed to speak at Answers in Genesis, and Vody ended up belly up. And
he's a
did you
dead
notice
horse.
Ken Ham was almost in tears, brought to tears?
I know he was really close to him apparently.
Now I have everybody has their own views about death, and it can be a sad thing, it can be a happy thing. It depends on what your beliefs are, and or if you're a naturalist or what on how death fits into your life equations, so to speak. Right, but when you're religious and you think you're going to be with Jesus, and everything's going to be so great and everything, I often wonder why people are so upset.
Yeah,
that people are with Jesus.
That was the first time I ever seen Ken Ham show an emotion.
I thought he was going to cry. I really did.
Yeah, he actually got emotional.
Yeah,
and I felt bad for him. I felt bad for him. He was a close friend, so yeah.
It does. Hey, I didn't care for the guy. I think he's the world's better.
And that was the
first
time I ever felt bad for Ken Ham.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. I mean, we've all had we've known religious folks that are kind of weird about the death thing, and it's hard to pin them down. Are they upset about it or not? I mean, isn't it the ultimate goal to go and be with Jesus? But then to be upset about it as well, it sends kind of mixed signals. Of course, death is a very confusing thing for many people, and apparently it is for Ken Ham as well. But I did notice that he was the thing was going in his throat there, and his cheeks looked rather drawn, and it looked like he had been spending some early morning hours reflecting on his age and Bodie's age, and Bodie's only a couple years younger than me, or older than me, or it was within a couple years, anyways. It is interesting that the reflection of the believers on their life as well. So it took me back as interesting. I don't want to drop other names, but there's been other people too that have left an impression on me that I thought they were more happy about going to be with their maker than they actually are. It doesn't seem that they're real are in a big hurry to meet their maker. So maybe they're pulling your leg a little bit about the whole thing. I'm just saying, might not be, might just be the emotions. I understand the emotions of it all too. But it does seem that Ken was questioning Jesus, and for a guy that wrote a song about, or inspired me to write a song about a Magic Zoo boat, it's very interesting that he was questioning God's choice on the pulling Vodie's card a little early. So we'll see though. And speaking of Ken Ham, there's a lot going on at the Answers in Genesis organization, and I think some interesting things are going to come out of that place in the future here, because with the big shakeup, with people going in and out, with the channel or the organization seemed to be taking a different direction, with the supposedly bringing in another guy to take over, and then he didn't work out, and so then now he's out, and they don't have really a number two to take over. Then somebody else brought up the mentioned, was it? That was about a meme or something that maybe the organization will change when Ken Ham is gone, because Ken Ham seems to be the driving force behind the whole thing, and it might be a totally different thing when he's gone. So it's going to be a neat, interesting couple of years. Let's put it that way. And I'm sure Dr. Joel Duff is watching intently, because he's very interested in who's going to run the organization and what direction it's going to take in the future as well. So for all the years I've been following Answers in Genesis, they do seem to be changing a lot of things, including the other day, Paula Gia covered the last Answers news, something they've been doing almost this whole time, that the two attractions have been running, is the Answers News show. I think it was almost 10 years or something like that they've been running it. And I've been watching them. Paula G has been watching them right from the beginning. And that's come to an end too. So I'm wondering what they're going to do in the future. So it's going to be an interesting time. And speaking of, I've been mentioning it, and I just have to do it now. We're going to play, for everybody that's a fan, the Magic Zoo Boat story, because we've been talking about Ken Ham enough, and been talking about the Magic Zoo Boat, and I think I tickled somebody's ears earlier when I mentioned the Magic Zoo Boat. So we're going to take a moment, and we are going to pull up the Magic Zoo Boat. And somebody's lighting off firecrackers. All right.
Just sit right back and you'll hear the tale of a righteous float that started out in ancient times upon a magic zoo boat. The rain began to pour like mad. God's judgment didn't stall. If not for Noah's floating crate, there'd be no life at all. No life at all. No life at all. If Noah and his ancient beard, his wife just rolled her eyes. They boarded raptors, stegosaurs too, all trained to sit and stay. 2 T-Rexes in bunk bed stalls, what could go wrong, we say? 3 sons with wives who taught the dinos how to harmonize. Who taught the dinos how to harmonize? There's gators, frogs, and woolly mammoths, zebras sharing beds, triceratops and kangaroos stacked 10 high on their heads. The ark was built with cubic math and doors that sealed with prayer. You ask about sanitation, don't go there. Just don't go there. Just don't go there. So come aboard this sacred ship where science hits a wall. With creatures from all continents, pre-flood we had them all. The timeline's tight, the logic light, the rain began to float. And now you're on a bumpy ride aboard the Magic Zoo Boat. The Magic Zoo Boat. The Magic Zoo Boat. The Magic Zoo Boat. Unicorns dashed to catch the ark, but tripped on fairy tales. They stopped to charm the woodland elves and slipped through magic veils. Their horns aglow, they missed the boat, no place for their parade. Now stuck in myths and bedtime dreams where fantasy should stay. Where fantasy should stay. But what about old Sasquatch? Did Bigfoot make the trip? Was he too hairy, tall, or shy to board that wooden ship? He maybe hid behind the trees or snuck in with the apes, or rode the flood out on a log. Or rode the flood out on a log. Don't fall for tales of magic boats or creatures 2 by 2. Get smart, ask questions, that's the best thing you can do. Education shines the light that clears the myths away. So keep your mind wide open and learn what's true today. Learn what's true today. Learn what's true today. Hey, with Skipper Noah at the wheel and White Supreme with nerves of steel. 3 sons with Zero sailing flair. Their wives who brought salon gray hair. 2 rhinos juggling on the deck and Bigfoot hiding near the wreck here on
It abruptly cut off. What happened?
Oh,
It was very abrupt.
Dave's
Very
not
rough.
here right now.
That sounds like a Dave that lost connection.
Ah,
Dave lost connection.
he's back.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry about
God
that.
struck you down. God struck your song down.
I know. Luckily, it was the last line of the song.
Holy intervention. Holy
Okay.
intervention.
Unholy.
Well, I think we all are well aware of the song. We had to play the Magic Zoo Boat song.
Yeah.
And thank you, Dade Murphy, for as well dropping some green. Dade Murphy for $5. Excuse me. The word of the day is credulous. That is all.
That is all. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
And thank you, Dade Murphy. And Dade Murphy, this means that you rock.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on to the skies, to the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
Yeah, just a technical point. Credulous is just another word for arbitrary. Technical point there.
We're getting very technical. Thank you, Dade Murphy. I appreciate you. You rock. Thank you very much.
You do.
And it might have been a hitting the toilet thing on the desk here. I have a little toilet thing that's getting in my way. I might have hit that. When you hit on the corner, it makes the mouse go off, and it might have been my fault. I'm sorry about that.
Blame it on the toilet.
You
I think.
bluff.
Blame it
Yeah.
on the toilet.
Motherfucker.
I think that's
Because-
what Michael Jackson said.
Because it took out my screen, so I've got to pull my screen back up.
Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame
Yeah,
it
I
on
know.
the music.
Totally.
Blame it on the toilet.
Yeah.
That's what he
Hey,
said.
Commander, how you doing? Somebody was just asking if I had seen Commander around, and I said, I think I saw Commander around the other day, and I see
Commander?
Commander around today. So, hello, Commander.
Who's commander?
The 401 up to Deep State Annex.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay. You see, Dave, you got to translate for me. Okay.
My fault.
You got to translate.
And Skeletor Raw. The thumbnail for this is great. T-Rex is going to need a toothpick. Okay, let me. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I might have clicked on the toilet thing, and if I did, I'm sorry. These things happen.
I'm
Okay.
lost.
Shit happens.
And let me run back into the thing. 1018. Here we go. Aha! There it is. Now, where were we? Question.
Blueprints that you are
Well-
thinking.
All right. I'm going to drop this down. There's where we want to be.
But
Okay.
but Dave, you played the Magic Zubo, so I'm all happy. I think I already passed out a while back, and like my back is killing me, so I'm off the
Okay.
bed.
All right, Brandon. Well, it's
good
nearing
night.
that time, and it was
Yeah,
good for you. It was good of you to stop by. We all know Brainless is overseas, and it is running late for him. And Brainless has also different schedules that he has to upkeep, and So when he can stop through, we really appreciate it, and we appreciate you hanging out with us, Brainless.
I always try and make time for this because this is just too much fun. And like, hey, maybe some of the smartness of the rest of your guests and you will rub off on me or something like that. You know.
There you go. Couldn't hurt.
Good night, people.
All right. Good night, Brainless.
Lovely.
Thanks,
night.
Brainless.
See you, Brainless.
Now I gotta find where I was here.
I just mentioned the strong nuclear force, which stabilizes the
equations or mathematical.
And you can. I'm not prepared to what's the right word? Argue at the age of the universe. But if you look.
Oh.
He just mentioned the strong nuclear force. For those of you in the chat, that's a highly scientific, technical term which nobody really understands unless you're a real boffin.
Yeah, what's this guy? He's a cancer doctor. So why is he getting out into the age of the Earth and strong and weak nuclear forces and things like that?
Yeah, he's got to prop up the 7 mountains. So,
to that math, it means the sun came along in the last third of creation, or the fourth of 6 days.
Right.
So I think Genesis is just there was no school of cosmology.
Oh, I
when
see.
Genesis was written.
He's basically saying there that every day in the Bible is about 2 billion years. Right, which all that actually means, if you're trying to read it like that, is that light started 4 billion years before the sun was created.
It's almost 2 a.m. for Deep State. Yep. And Ambushed Apostate. Hello, Ambushed Apostate. How you doing, son? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see if anybody else is in the chat. Okay, we're caught up.
Yeah, it's a good point, Skeptic. This is about as close as they get to a scientist.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why he called him in, because he wrote a book. So,
Oh, well, if he wrote a book and he uses the word nuclear strong force, I mean, I don't know what there is to doubt, really.
Yeah. They got a fancy set there with it's supposed to be the White House in behind him or there.
Well, I'm looking at the other guy, the scientist guy. I mean, he has books and everything in his background.
Yeah. So books. I bet there it is. Books. Yeah.
Straight away, he's one up on the rest of us.
My understanding, it was written, 700, 800 years before Christ? And I don't believe they had astrophysicists in those days.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this divine inspiration, and I think it's just phenomenal that there was a beginning and it involved light.
You are an ignorant fool, Mr. whatever your name is, doctor.
Yeah, he's curing people's cancer, and he thinks the sun was created 4 days into creation, and
he's just
4 of 6.
To say something like that is so obviously stupid.
That's what I say. I often say, it's not so much that people have their religion or their faith or their belief or whatever. It's when they take it to literal ends and stupidity, right? You want to believe in a God. Well, nobody can really disprove a God. You think you're going to go see your dog when you die or whatever. Sure, that's a nice thought, and knock yourself out, right? But to say that the sun wasn't created until day 4, or there wasn't light, till day 4 or whatever it is, these things are just silly. I mean, and then you're sitting there with the smug look on your face saying, oh, these scientists are none too bright, thinking the sun was just made a few, days ago or whatever. It's like, you have a crazy belief, okay? You didn't catch anything from my Magic Zoo Boat song. To believe in something is one thing. To believe in it literally is another, okay?
But no, he's trying to do the scientist thing. To be fair, he's trying to do the scientist thing. He's trying to say a day lasts, so we got 14 billion years. If he's saying that it's only in the last third, That's 2 days for 4 billion years, roughly 4.5 billion years. So that's what? That's 2.5 billion years roughly per day. Right, so he's not saying that it's days. Like he's saying that in our time. I mean, that'd be silly, wouldn't it? Come on now. I mean, it's like you could make any shit up if you were to believe it was days. But no, he's saying that it's 2.5 billion years per day of
Yeah.
God's time, of course, relative to our time.
I think that's just as bad.
Yeah, of course it is, because the order's wrong. It doesn't matter what day it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how long a day is. If you just think that the days are longer than a day, you're just making it worse, because now you've got light around before the stars were made.
Right. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a problem with that light. Basically, he's saying that the Bible prophesied when the sun was created, right? Or told when the sun was created.
Oh, the Earth.
But
yeah,
wasn't some other shit created, like plants? Weren't they created before the sun?
Vegetation and stuff on day 3 or whatever.
So vegetation was, according to him, vegetation was created about 4 billion years after the Big Bang, and the sun was created about 8 billion years, right?
You know who?
I mean,
I would expect not to realize that the light of the sun is what makes plants alive. It would be people who don't have any idea of science or astronomy or biology and things like that. So this talk of Genesis being so ingenious is just, these guys, are they taking drugs to be this delusional?
I know. Well, he studies cancer, and cancer doesn't need light. So maybe that's what he's thinking. I don't know.
I don't know. But I did notice one thing, and that's I'm up to 595 subscribers. So you know what that means.
Oh, you're catching up to me.
We're catching up to 600 real close, folks. So if you know anybody that hang out on Saturday night with nothing better to do and would like something better to do, and maybe hang out with all those great folks over here, have a few laughs, and push me over 600 subs, that would be really great. So I would really appreciate it. So spread the word around, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, share with some friends of yours. Tell them, hey, I had a good time hanging out over there at the captive desk, and we learned a few things. We talked about a few things. We disagreed about a few things, but we had a good time doing it. And, Dave should have 600 subscribers. So let's see if we can tick that over 600 subscribers. And thank you very much for everybody that's subscribed. It means a lot, Jimmy. Really appreciate you. And I wanted to say hello to Icarus and Kafai. Kafai stopping by too. Hello, Kafai. I saw you. Weren't you on with Stephanie earlier or yesterday or something? I saw you over there. How you doing? Believe. Stephanie and I always don't see eye to eye, but Stephanie and I are always civil, and so that's good.
Always believe in her book.
That's right. Did you play the WAV file I sent you? The one thing you sent me, I did. I don't know if I got a new one. Let me check, Deconverted Man.
Oh no, Deconverted Man wants you to put something on air.
Oh dear.
Don't trust him.
Well, I'm always cautious of.
You remember that one time?
Yeah, I know. Wait a minute. Yeah, I did get a wave. Let's see. Ah, okay. That was the that's the sound to go along with his super chat earlier. That's what that was. I don't know how to get that to play. Let me see.
Is it?
It's in it. It's in it. Well, it's in the email, but it wants to open it with a player.
Yeah, and then you can share the player, I think. Are you using that Windows thing?
I don't want to hear about it, Mike. Just save it. Okay?
You aren't using that Windows thing, are you? You poor people. I got Windows 11 running behind me, and I've never seen such a piece of shit operating system in my life. Oh my God.
Oh, don't say that. I've got to get one soon.
Oh, I want to find a way to go back to Windows 7. That was the only version that really worked, and then after that, it just went downhill again.
See if you can hear it.
Ooh, I love you, Oni-chan. Ooh, I'm a cute anime girl. Ooh, love.
Okay, it must have been.
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
All right. Well, that's what you get from deconvert. See, that's why you got to be careful about who you give your email to.
Definitely.
Thank
you, Scott. Thank you for the jokes, the laughs.
So to give you some idea how old I am, I have a copy of Windows 1.0 alpha version.
I say.
No shit. In my library, I have the alpha version of Windows 1.0.
Now we're gonna need a new emoji. We're gonna need an ooh emoji.
I had a 1.2, but I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, 1.2, really? Well, that's pretty good.
So. I think so.
I was in Seattle when they announced Windows to the world for the first time. I was at the conference, basically. Yeah. I got to meet Bill Gates and a whole bunch of other people that were that nobody remembers anymore.
Or they're
remember Bill Gates, but nobody else.
All right, well, we're going to give him one last chance and see what he's got to say. This is his final shot for the evening. So we're giving you the floor, Doc. Leave my cancer alone, but what else have you got? Go for it. Here's your chance.
These 8 blueprints, if you will.
It's a good spot.
They seem to, so you're saying they're really mathematical equations or mathematical discoveries. If you take them as a whole, do they demonstrate an order to the universe that logically implies the existence of an intelligent being that established that order?
Yes.
No.
The important thing about them is you cannot do without any single one of the 8. They're all absolutely necessary for us to be here.
I thought there was 7.
Now there's 8. Pay
There's 8
attention.
now. Okay, beg your pardon. Oh, we should get their math straight.
He's got 27 chapters. I don't know. Print the cosmos, farm the stars, the earth, the divine universe. I don't know what the hell. I've got the whole book here.
Secondly, I consider them individual works of art. I look on them as great paintings. And they all have to be there. They all have to do their thing. The Higgs field is a great example. We wouldn't have a physical universe without it.
You mean this new thing that they've come up with, the Higgs field and everything?
It's in the Bible.
But it's not in the Bible. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's in the Bible, obviously. It's in the Bible. It's just misspelt. Actually, they misspell it. It's actually
spelled Yahweh.
Gethsemane.
Oh, Gethsemane?
Yeah, that's how it's spelled in the Bible. Gethsemane,
Okay.
Gethsemane or something. And it's the place that the Higgs field resides. That's how it's translated into English. Place of the Higgs field.
And this is the guy that did it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, this is all technical stuff. I'm surprised you guys are even understanding anything I'm saying.
Then we get into some real science. The strong nuclear force that stabilizes the atom. The weak nuclear force that makes the stars shine. But you go through each one of them and you realize that's just an elegant piece of art, and without which we wouldn't be here.
What are some of the other 8 blueprints that you are thinking of?
And this is where he double dips, and I don't think he's paid attention to his own notes. But we'll let him slide on it.
No. I like this bit. I like this bit, right? Because we've got 2. No, we've got 3. We've got 3 of the 8. Okay, so let's count them. We've got the Higgs, we've got the strong, and we've got the weak nuclear forces. So let's see.
I just
what
mentioned the
5 are.
strong nuclear force, which
It-
stabilizes the atom. And then the weak
That's
nuclear
not what it
force
does,
is what
by
makes
the
a
way.
star shine, because it creates the deuterium and the tritium from hydrogen. Deuterium and tritium are what fuse in the stars and give us starlight.
No,
So
that's
that's the
not
weak
true
force.
Either. That's not true either, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, next.
The
He's
strong
got the
force is
Higgs
what keeps our
wrong too.
Got the Higgs wrong too. Yeah.
He's got the Higgs wrong too.
atoms together.
Mm-hmm.
We've already mentioned. Well,
You mentioned,
I'll begin with the Big Bang.
strong twice. Okay, just to point that out, he mentioned the strong twice there, and then they
I'm
did different things on both times.
a huge believer in the Big Bang. God said, "Let there be light," and that's how we started.
That was the
And
Big
then
Bang.
That was the big. Well, he doesn't know what the Big Bang is. So
And let there be light. That's what the Big Bang was. Come on now, Dave.
there was no light from the Big Bang because there was there was no photons traveling in the initial states after the Big Bang because it was too hot for the photons to even move light. So he's got that wrong. There was no light moving.
Yeah, no, you might technically be right, but if you translate it, let there be light. Obviously that it was written in Aramaic or Hebrew, rather, I should say.
Oh.
And if you translate from the Hebrew properly, what that actually means, let there be light, is that there's an inflaton field which is expanding space at a constantly accelerating rate. I think that's the rough English translation from Hebrew. So yeah.
The Higgs field would be a second that gives physicality to those things that are going to.
I'm on 4 already. The fuck is he talking about?
Where'd he go to 2? I thought we were like to 5. I was one more than you, Simos.
Oh yeah, well you mentioned 1 twice, so you're right.
Yeah,
Technically
okay,
5.
yeah.
Okay.
Go on, become components of our body, components of materiality.
Mm-hmm.
Then space-time is a wonder in its own right.
Space-time is the Big Bang.
We're up to 7 now.
But I mean,
space-time is not the Big Bang now.
I don't.
Space-time is. What is space-time? That is a good point. What is space-time? I don't think it's a fundamental like gravity. We don't really know what it is, but it's a dimension, isn't it? So we're talking about the dimensions.
In his book, he has space-time as like number 7 or something like that. Let's see, he's got let there be light, let there be mass, the quark code and the quote.
Let there be mass.
Yeah, and the strong force, quantum creativity, space-time. Then he goes to nuclear fusion. So eventually he gets to the Earth. Conclusion, the divine universe.
Okay, well, we're up to 7 in his list right now anyway.
Okay.
Let's not bring the book into this just yet, because that's a bit confusing.
Walk down my stairs to my garage. I think about space-time.
His garage
what's
is
pulling.
7.
He goes down the stairs to his garage and he thinks about space-time.
Yeah, he couldn't have
when you're
couldn't
old,
have a garage or stairs without space-time, could you?
When you're old, you always think about space-time when you're going downstairs. So.
Oh, okay.
And gravity.
Depends how fast. Depends how fast you're going downstairs, Mike.
Yeah.
I have to put that on my hand. Remind myself. Yeah. Every time I'm going down the stairs to think about space-time. Okay. All right. I got it.
Me down those stairs, and I'm like, "Don't fall,"
Through
there's a good. Oops! Damn! I hit the thing. Don't fall. That's good. That's a good idea.
In the future genome of what would become a bat. That's right. And when we weigh ourselves on the scale, it gives physicality to those things that are going to go on.
Thinking of.
I just mentioned the strong nuclear force.
In terms of what it does, but no one knows what causes it. Yeah. So am I right on that one?
No, you're right. I think we understand it as a distortion of space-time, and I'm surprised that I'm big enough to distort space-time so that I almost fall down the stairs. But
some of us distort.
You almost fall down the stairs because you're distorting space-time.
Yeah, that's totally wrong as well. It's because
I don't know
Earth
what
is
he's
distorting.
talking about.
The Earth is distorting the space-time. That's why you fall downstairs. Not because you distort space-time.
Well,
You do, but so minutely, it doesn't. It's it's irrelevant, right? What makes you fall downstairs is the Earth.
That's how Ace Frehley died. He fell.
Yeah, I heard he fell down
in the studio.
Rest in peace, Ace. Sorry to hear about your passing as well. As well as who else went? Diane Keaton, was that the lady that?
Yeah.
Yep,
passed
Diane
away
Keaton.
too.
Yeah, she was awesome. She had an amazing mind.
Far greater than this person's mind. I think. I don't think there's any reason to go any farther with these gentlemen. They're starting to hurt my head.
I'd like to get to the end of his list and find out how many there is.
Well, let's skip. Let's skip here.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Well, so I'd like to dive into some of the more minute evidences of creation. Maybe we could go back to this idea of DNA for a minute. I think the theory, Darwin's theory, which of course was so old, you know, he didn't have microscopes and things like that back then, but the idea is that the random genetic mutations over a series of time will give living things advantages that cause some of them to be more successful than others, survival of the fittest, selection, you know, natural selection. And is it true though that genetic mutations more often than not result in a loss of genetic information and material?
Mutations can be deleterious very, very frequently.
Is it more common?
Technically not a loss of information, even deleterious ones.
No. Not
and it doesn't matter if one loses and another one gains. He's leaving that part out. So if an entire species goes extinct or whatever, it doesn't really matter because you have this other one that didn't go extinct. So deleterious and it was really bad. Yeah.
If part of your DNA is deleted, you could argue that that's a loss of information, but that's the only mutation that is a loss. So there you go.
And for them to be deleterious than beneficial?
I think so. You know, we have what we call a genome in every cell. And that's where we store, I call it the nursery. That's where new genes are formed, or where teams of genes are created.
New genes are formed?
Did you say nursery?
He said new genes were formed in this nursery.
Yeah, that's what he calls it. In the nursery. I got you.
Okay.
I think he's confusing grandkids with genes.
I guess.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I keep falling back on he's a terrible scientist. So.
Oh, he really is. He's shockingly bad. Shockingly bad. I'm not even a scientist, and I know some of the stuff he said is just completely bullshit.
Yeah.
I think about the bat and the echolocation. That we don't have a bat that doesn't echolocate.
No bats echolocate. Sometimes they echolocate. They don't ecolocate.
Now,
but they live in an ecosystem.
I didn't think all bats used echolocation, though.
No.
Yeah.
Do all
they've got little
bats use?
No, they don't. I think there's a couple that don't. They use, yeah. But humans can use
Not all bats use echolocation. The fruit bat, that's what I thought. Fruit bats eat fruit. No, you're wrong, dude. What kind of scientist are you? Non-echolocating bats.
Interesting.
And any animal with
and there's ones that use different methods too.
Right. Any animal with 2 ears is basically using echolocation. So it's not that complicated.
But no, you're wrong. Fact check in real time. You're wrong. That's my buzzer, folks. I've got to get a buzzer. One of these days I'm going to make a buzzer. No, you're wrong.
So that had to happen over time. A team of genes had to gather in the bat genome, in the future genome of what would become a bat. And then we have...
No, again, going back to this, some use clicks and others don't. So they use different types of echolocation. So they can find stuff with high pitch, but not all of them do that.
In his precious little mind, there's a little bundle of genes that cause echolocation, right? Yeah. And they all had to get together in the bat. And it's like, you can tell that he doesn't know a goddamn thing about evolution.
Yeah, and this is somebody that works on oncology.
That's what I'm saying. Don't have this guy work on your cancer.
Not only does he not understand what the strong nuclear force is, he doesn't understand what biology is either. So those are the two things. Those are the two disciplines that you need to know about for curing cancer, right? Or for at least treating cancer.
Well, I was going to say, when I'm at the clinic, they telling me all the time, every 2 weeks they get an update. I mean, things are moving at every 2 week intervals. They're getting updates on new information. Okay, they are coming through and they are updating all their computers. They are coming through and they are updating all their models. They're getting new software. They see computer guys all the time because the industry is changing overnight. If they found something new, this doctor tried this with this patient. It's working. It's not working. These type of things are every other week. What were they? Biannual, biweekly updates. And this guy is no way. It's the only 2 weeks behind. He's like so far behind. He doesn't belong in a cancer department anymore. I mean, to their credit, these folks have to keep on cutting edge, or they are left behind really fast.
I think he's been retired for a while, I'll bet. I don't know.
Well, Mike, looking up all these drugs and stuff. They're all cutting edge stuff, and they're new drugs. They're always trying new drugs, new therapies. They've got therapies out now where they're freezing things. They've got therapies out now where they're recoding things. There's a whole list of different therapies they're using on people. Some are experimental, some are tried and true. I'm not going to go through them all, but it's definitely cutting edge stuff. And I think we've covered creationists enough to know creationists are not cutting edge. They do not seem to be on the cutting edge of anything.
They can't even quote scientists in the last 50 years. Let alone read anything in this century.
So it really, really is bothering me that this guy is seeing any cancer patients. I really hope he isn't.
Let's face it, he's not, is he? We know he's not. There's no way that staff on a modern day cancer treatment center are going to be going, oh, it's Nutty Jeff. Let's hear what he's got to say about this modern technique that we're using. I don't know what his name is.
Suddenly, the appearance of a bat that can fly right over your head and echolocate. So I think we see the genome as the nursery where genes are stored in preparation for a new function or a new species.
New species?
He's just don't, Dave. Dave, come. Leave it alone, Dave. It's not worth it.
Did he say new species? They don't believe in new species.
Worth it, Dave. Leave it, Dave.
Have you not heard of the magic zoo boat?
Leave it, Dave. It's not worth it.
Oh no, there's no way. He didn't say they make new species. Oh.
Yeah. I know. They
that could be a short.
They literally store them up there until they're ready to use them, and then they go, "Oh, I'm a new species. I've got echolocation. Yeah, I've got an echolocation switch here. Switch. Oh, there we go."
And he thinks all bats have echolocation. Yeah. He's okay. Well, I've got a new nomination for this year's Worst Scientist of the Year award. This guy is definitely up there. And if please don't work on any cancer patients. After the bombardment I've gotten of new information, of all the things I've learned lately about what's happening in cancer research, and then to have this guy talk about it just took me way back. And,
I think this guy is a strong candidate for most creationist scientist ever award.
I think there's a good example to be made that he isn't working in research and he's writing books because somebody told him, "Why don't you go write a book?" Get out of my way.
This is fascinating, Nutty Jeff. Why don't you go and write a book somewhere else?
Oh, well, Nutty
This guy
Jeff.
this guy is so old that ChatGPT can't even tell me how old he is. That's how old he is. Why do they let old people on fucking YouTube? I don't know what's wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
That's the
Crazy.
thing. See, I've been getting the message loud and clear lately. I'm just too old. And,
Yeah.
trying
Me
to
too.
get me off of YouTube any way possible. Got these young whippersnappers that are telling me, "Well, but haven't you heard of Ken Ham?" It's like, oh, geez. Well, no, I haven't. I mean, where have I been all my whole life, you know? Jester dropping green. Well, this is a good way to end the evening, I think, with Jester dropping green.
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. Nice one.
Are
Jeff.
we sure his PhD isn't in getting wrong answers only? I feel like Kent says more true things per sentence than he does. Ooh, now that's that's a bold statement there. I feel like Kent says more true things per sentence. Per sentence. Jester, we're going to give you the last say on this.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on to the skies, to the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
I don't know what to say, Jester. You're right. All bow down to the mighty Jester. And speaking of, Jester started us off being a member for 6 months.
Nice.
We had Jasper gifted a captive desk membership. We had Stop the Stupidity gifted 5 captive desk memberships.
Fantastic.
We had Jester dropping in with another super chat saying, well, they tend to cover very much about anything that happened around the Civil War times for no reason. It's definitely not suspect. Deconverted Man, who never drops a chat, and Deconverted Man dropped me a super chat, so I'm going to take this out of the way. Deconverted Man, and he also sent me a recording, so thank you, Deconverted Man. I'm not going to try and read it again. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Deconverted Man. And Stop the Stupidity gifted 5 more captive desk memberships. We appreciate
Generous.
Stop the Stupidity.
Very generous.
Very generous, very good supporter of the channel. We appreciate you very much. Jester dropped with the $2 super chat. I'll stop pledging in the 90s. Or High L stopped pledging in the 90s. I'm out of date. We had Kelly King, the Detroit Atheist Queen, for $5. Say, I don't know why I've watched this show before. Highly enjoyable. Keep up the good work, guys. Glad you had a good time, Kelly. We'll look for your show to be on too.
I
And
don't
Dave
know why.
Murphy.
I don't know why I've watched this show either. By the way,
Yeah, I know.
it's crazy.
It's a way to kill a few hours, I guess.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I tell you what, the real reason is, Dave. It's because the scientists that you have on are just too high level for me.
Dade Murphy for $5 says, excuse me. The word of the day is credulous. That is all.
Yeah, by the way,
And-
new word, credulutionism.
Credulutionism?
Yeah, believe in credulutionism.
Believe unto it. And of course, check out Dade Murphy's channel. He's got a lot of great shorts, funny stuff. He also does lip syncing and stuff with costumes. He's doing stuff with masks for Halloween, I guess. He's always got, he's very creative. So check out his shorts on Dade Murphy's channel. And then Jester finished us off with another $5. Are we sure his PhD isn't getting wrong answers only? I feel like Kent says more true things per sentence than he does. And
it's very close. I say it's about the same. They both say 0 things per sentence.
Yeah, we'll give you that one just because I'm in a good mood and I appreciated it.
Fantastic.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight at Saturday Night at the Atheist. I hope you had a good time. Hope you had a few laughs. Hello, Blaster. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Dr. Mordecai, good to see you. Thank you. Let's see. Jester, Kelly, thank you, everybody. Skeptic Philosophy. Deconverted Man, always a pleasure. And we got the Crook Report. I don't know if I know the Crook Report. Maybe I do. Sounds familiar. Either way, hello. Deconverted Man is out of here. And I'm out of here. We're all out of here.
Before you go, I'll just say a couple of things.
Go ahead. You got the floor, Simos.
Thank you very much. Firstly, fantastic. Love the creationism. Let's not do it again in a hurry. And then secondly, obviously, my channel, I've got Fabio on Monday night reporting from the Formula One, the US Formula One Grand Prix down there in Texas at COTA circuit, fantastic circuit. So that's on Monday night, 9 o'clock UK time, which is 3 o'clock Central, I think. And yeah, hopefully come by, show some love and support, and we have a good laugh. And we're going to be taking the Mickey out of all things US Formula One. So yeah, it's good to be there. And boy, do they put on a show. One thing I will say about the US, oh my God, do you guys put on a show? I've never seen so many dancing girls and boys. Well, I've never seen it, but anyway, yeah, big show.
I did see an advert for the big Grand Prix or whatever they're calling it in Texas.
Yeah.
Did think of you, Simos, and I will be checking out your channel.
Yeah, come by Monday, hopefully, and thank you, everybody. Please remember to subscribe and like. Same for Dave's channel. Let's get him to 1,000, where he deserves to be, up with the big boys. Nice. So yeah. Thank you very much.
Right now, I am looking at 600, and that's a nice number, nice round number. I appreciate the number, and I appreciate all the subscribers. So, yeah, if you don't know anybody that's subscribed to the Captive Desk, I'm this close to 600. So, spread the word around, help a brother out, get up to 600, and we'll have a stream, and we'll have some good laughs, and we'll say thank you to everybody. Like I like to do. Give me a reason to stream. I've been trying to get back into things. For those that know, I've had a few health issues lately. I've been busy. I've been to every doctor in Toledo. I've had every test, every procedure, doing all the things that I should be doing. So it has taken up a lot of time. And at first I was high as a kite. So I was like zippity-doo down around. But I think bringing me down now to reality, I'm not so high as a kite, and so I'm a little nappy. I've taken a few naps lately, so I might be catching up on some of the sleep I lost over the last month. So bear with me, folks. But you're not going to get rid of me this easily. The Grim Reaper couldn't get rid of me this easily. You're not going to get rid of me this easily. the cancer doctors are scheduling appointments with me like I plan on being there or something. So they aren't getting rid of me yet either. So and everything has gone well. For all the well wishers, thank you very much.
Fantastic.
My health is good. My procedures have gone well. The doctors are happy. So all we can do is cross the fingers and put our faith in believing in the science and let the science do its work. And we'll know. We'll know in a few months.
Believe in credulation.
That's right. And until next time, and next time will be. Usually I do a weekday show. I didn't do one this week because I was tired. Sorry. Somebody told me, take the night off, man, take a nap. And so I did. So sorry, folks. But I haven't forgotten about you. Demon Orb, how you doing? Good to see you. You are Victoria. Thank you. Thanks everybody for stopping through. I have a good excuse, I think, for slacking lately. So I've also made a video about my treatment, and I'm going to make another follow-up one. I took a picture of my my mask. They made me wearing treatment, hold me still, and I got a video of me ringing the bell. I got to ring the bell when I finished my treatment. You know, when they do the you finish your treatment things, ding, 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 ding. So I've got that video too. So I'll put those together and I'll show everybody. We got Mike back, jumping back on. Hey, Mike was just saying goodbye to everybody. I was just saying that I will have another video out. I took a picture of my mask that they're radiating me in, and I took a picture of me ringing the bell when I was done with my radiation treatments, which were over a week's period of time. I suffered no ill effects from them, so everything has gone well. I didn't get any burns from them. They said you might experience burns. You might experience, Mike knows more than anybody. You may experience, and they give you a long list of side effects. Luckily, no side effects. Next stop is chemo at the end of the month. And they're going to shoot me up with some tumor drugs and try and chase away the tumors. So hopefully Dave doesn't have any tumors for a good long time. And we'll be back here on this channel making fun of people that have metaphorical creationist tumors, making them say some really silly things. Mike, anything you want to say before we wrap things up?
No, I'm probably going to echo because I don't have my headphones, but I wanted to talk to you after the show. So you can throw me up. Okay.
Okay. Well, with that, then, thanks everybody for being here. And I've got to pull up my my thing. Make sure we all see you on Simos's. And don't forget Simos's link, Answers in Atheism's link. My other links for my other channels, link for Pre's channel, links for Ember's GoFundMe, link for the original video, and all the good links. Austin's link, everybody's great links are in the description. Make sure you click on those below. Subscribe to everybody. Subscribe to my channel, and do all the things with the buttons. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Very important. Please leave me a comment. If you had a good laugh, put in, I had a good laugh, and I would appreciate it very much. Go ahead. Simos, you had something to say?
Well, just to say that I think I'll be on Christopher Maltese tomorrow doing the pseudoscience, race scientism, the pseudoscience of race. And so we'll be doing that. I think it's a very important topic that gets covered, especially in this current climate with all the people bringing it all back up again. And Mike, I don't know if you'd be interested in joining us sometime to explain the genetics of, I don't know, whatever, the biology of it. That might be interesting. I'll speak to Chris and ask. Okay, that's it.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much.
thanks for joining me, Simos. Thanks for joining me, Mike and Scott and Brainless and everybody that's been here throughout the show, in and out. And I'm going to put on my outro. And with that, we will call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Without a sound, history speaks in tales of lore, knocking at the captive dash's door. Oh, legends live within these walls, silent echoes in the halls, books and stories on the floor, knocking at the captive dash's door. Captive desk, hold our dreams, where reality and no myth seems. In conversations quiet flow, the mysteries untold will know. Legends live within these walls, silent echoes in the halls, books and stories on the floor, knocking at